There we have HGP Chris, Billy Jote, and Diagaroa. Some they're sketchy. They are sticky. They're very sticky. They're really happy because I changed all the water so it's a lot clearer. It's still kind of messed up because I just cleaned it up, so it has to settle. Like I literally just cleaned it up like an hour ago. So it'll be a lot cleaner tonight, a lot clearer. Nearly as clear as it can be. And then all of a sudden, it'll start getting algae again. But yes, it is the Indominus Rex 10. I don't know about 10, but we have 5 people in here. That's awesome. People on Dino Nation were asking me to stream for whatever reason. I was like, okay, I can do it for a little bit. I feel like it. Yeah, and if you guys didn't notice, I have a Halloween logo and a Halloween theme color logo, and I also have Halloween a Halloween banner on the channel. I don't know if what I'll do for Halloween, like actually on the channel. Maybe I might do one video of me goofing around on Halloween. I don't know. I'll do something because I love Halloween as a theme. I think my favorite holiday is Christmas just because I love hanging out with all my family. But Halloween's my favorite thematically. Like the theme, Halloween's my favorite. Mesozoic Morons Halloween. Yeah, I really wish I could do that, but well, maybe I could. Maybe I could do a really short one. Maybe I'll end up doing a really short one if I have time. Maybe I'll do a really short one. I'll no longer Thanos snap your neck. I have to do homework soon. There's a hurricane and it will make landfall in Florida and it's going to hit where my sis lives. No, that's wow. There's another hurricane? I thought there was already a hurricane. They're having another one? I have to unlock your house using a key. How has everyone been doing since the last stream? Hopefully good. I hope everybody's been doing good. But yeah, also we have, if you're not already a part of Dino Nation, get your butt on there. We're doing a Halloween event. I actually was supposed to set up a thing this morning where we can, as a community, we can watch like movies and YouTube videos together, and everybody wanted to like do some kind of like events like that. So I was thinking we could do something for Halloween. Also, maybe once DI Season 5 comes out, we could all like have a collective community thing where we could all watch it together on this app called Rabbit, I think. And literally like you just join in and everybody's watching it at the same time. And I think there's like a live chat or something like that. Insert Kiki, do you love me joke. Triggered. I found a girl that likes dinosaurs. That's impressive. That's very impressive. She's a keeper at Diego. Yes, we have 7 people in here, 0 likes. Let's get some likes on the stream, guys. Come on. When Hurricane Florence reached North Carolina as a Category 1, it got so much rain. So it was, I can go. And then umbrella. That's something we had to deal with recently when filming Mesozoic Owl. We had to film in the rain. Right now it's snowing up at our filming location, so we're waiting for it to stop snowing so that it can melt. We can go back up there to film and finish up the show. Half of it's filmed, so we still have another half of the show to film. What's her name, Diego Roa? I don't know if that's really important, but say F word for me. Fudge cracker. Oh, Fuki Raptor. That's what you want. Okay. I sat in the mud today so I could film. It was disgusting, but worth it. Well, why didn't you like take a plastic bag? That's what we brought. We brought 2 trash bags, like trash bags that we brought up to film with. So when it got muddy, we were laying on the trash bags and then filming in the rain. We're just letting the rain hit them because we wanted the whole scene to be thematically consistent. And besides, in Hidden Valley, you have small showers happening all the time lore-wise, so it makes sense that you get some rain during the show. But it did look very suspicious when we put our bags, like our like actual bags, into the trash bags and then carried them back to our next location. It looked like we were carrying dead bodies over our shoulders. So that was pretty fun to watch people staring at us. Stop. Billy, you're getting too close to cussing me, boy. Do you have a specific release date for Mrs. O'Gale? I have one in mind, but I'm not saying it yet. It'll be in a trailer. I think that the actual specific release date might be in the third trailer. But I have a second trailer that should be out, as soon as 10 days from now. And maybe as late as 15 days from now. Something like that. Relatively soon we'll get a second trailer. I don't know if that one might have the month, but not the day, because I really want to make sure that the show is ready. My top priority is just making the show good, not really releasing. If I have to, I'll push it off into 2019. I really don't want to, but I'm gonna do whatever it takes to make sure that the show is done well. I can imagine a middle-aged man holding a trash bag on his shoulder, wearing an Indominus Rex mask, and having a bloody spoon on the other hand. That would be a very precarious situation. I'm looking for a costume for Halloween. That I don't know what to tell you. Let's see. What have I gone before? I've gone as Indiana Jones when I was really young. I've gone as Cnanners. If any of you guys knew who the gaming YouTuber is, Cnanners, when I was like 11, 12, I went as Cnanners. I also, I went as a werewolf once, I think. I went as a demon. It was like a custom, no, it was a custom zombie demon thing. It was like a weird zombie demon thing. And then I went as a crocodile, which I stayed under like a little mat. And my friend was Crocodile Dundee, and we just handed out candy that year. We didn't actually go trick-or-treating, but I was a crocodile laying down there. I have the mask I used in here. It was a very low-budget setup, but it was fun. Let's see if I can grab the mask. I might have lied. It's not there. It's in the other box. Let's see what you guys think. Hello, Ty. Later, my small bamboo forest in my backyard. Okay. I can imagine. Okay, I already read that. Why Cnanners? Because I was a huge fan of Cnanners back then. Huge fan of Cnanners. I have no idea what to be for Halloween. My one dream thing to be for Halloween would be this Indominus Rex, but with like the whole Indominus Rex suit and the claws, and then just have a pink tutu on. I think it'd be the most hilarious thing ever. I've also gone as Harambe. The crocodile. I want to go as the Indominus Rex. Oh, and I also went as a Headless Horseman. Headless Horseman is one of my favorite Halloween characters. Where the heck is my mask? Boy! It's buried back in there somewhere, I think. Well, I also have this here. I did go as, I think I was 13, and I went as Master Chief. I have a whole Master Chief suit. I only have the helmet up here, but the rest of the suit's somewhere. So I have the whole helmet of Master Chief. I have a lot of interests that I don't really cover on the channel. Why am I putting that on? I imagine Kiki being Indominus Rexy with a friend fighting with Rexy and Blue, and the Moza kills them so they get more candy. I have been Dinosaur Island Battle Royale. You are my Harambe J. Okay. So I was planning to do a PA before 2019, but because of the whole worst winter in 40 years thing, I may have to reschedule it for late spring. Yeah. I'm hoping that this snow thing isn't going to be like a long-term thing. It looks like the weather's going to be clearing up halfway through this week. So I'm probably not going to go on the first day it's clear because I want to wait for it to melt a little bit, like the snow. And then we're just going to see what we can do. Try to wrap this show up. We need to get all the filming done. But Either way, we have Dinosaur Island Season 5 coming, so that'll tie us over until Mesozoic Isle comes out. That should be plenty fun. My only thing I'm not looking forward to with Dinosaur Island Season 5 is I hate the release schedule. I don't like the 2 weeks between episodes. I think it's the most wonky release schedule. It's just uncomfortable. I prefer, I mean, at least it's consistent. It's not the worst thing in the world, but it's uncomfortable. I wouldn't say I hate it. I'd say it's uncomfortable. I just don't like it. I wish there was one episode a week. But last I heard, he may have been changing it, but last I heard my uncle's trying for 1 episode a week. Oh, he is going to be trying for 1 episode a week. Okay, good. Last time I heard, last 2 times that I talked, that I actually asked him, he said that it was going to be that. But I think those were a while ago. So hopefully it's going to be 1 episode a week because that's much better. It's not Halloween though. It's just a month theme thing. You know how they came up with Canada's name? They put letters in a hat and pulled them out. C, N, D, and then they... That is funny. That's funny. That is actually very funny. I am so happy for November because no hurricanes. Yeah, that's when hurricane season is over. I'm fairly confident at this point, though. The Mesozoic Isle will either come out extremely late November, but that'd be a miracle. I honestly don't think it's coming out in November. I think December. I honestly think December is when it'll be coming out. The original planned release date, the planned original release date for the first episode was the 23rd of November, but I don't think that's going to happen now. Want to know how they came up with Quebec? Yes, please. I would tell you, but I don't know. My gosh. This is this Christmas, Mesozoic Isle. Yeah. That is my birth month, so I guess it'll be kind of exciting. Either way, it'll be later than I hoped it would be, but you know, we're still getting it. So, by the way, I actually finished the intro for Mesozoic Isle, like the actual intro for the show's episodes, and I've shown it to a few of my close friends and my family, and they all really like it. So it's looking good. I'm Canadian. I can't hate someone. Fiasco is making threats. Time him out. Is Fiasco making threats? I will stab you. That's mild. I'm being stabbed all the time by my siblings. You do not scare me. Hey, girl, are you a Aiden cool? That is weird. Oh, Edgy McEdgelord. He is mean to me. Wah! Canadians are a boot piece, eh? Yep. They're a boot piece in their house. They just stay in their house all day and play with the dinosaur toys. What you been doing, boy? Today I was working. I actually re-edited a bit of the Mesozoic Isle intro because I showed it to my friend Troy, and he had some constructive criticism, which I found very useful, and I made some great changes to it. So I was working on that. I also was doing some stuff with Dino Nation. I woke up pretty late. I've only been up for, I guess 6 hours. Never mind, it's already 6 p.m. I don't know how time flew so fast. Then I was working a little bit on the Mesozoic Morons, what was supposed to be the 4th of July special, but now we're just going to call it How Dinos Party. It's the film, the Mesozoic Morons film, which should be coming out relatively soon. I was working on that, trying to finish that up. I have the script right here. I think I moved that fast enough that you couldn't read it. But thick. It's a pretty thick one. I'm just trying to make sure I don't show you it. It's weird how Camo says good. It's like a mix between good and goot. I do not understand how he makes something in between a T and a D sound, but he does. Yeah, it is pretty. It's like a beginning D sound and then an ending T sound. It is very similar. I know what you're talking about. Oh, the 4th of July special. Remember when I was recording the voice for that? Good time. Yeah, that was a long time ago. You can thank your one and truly Camo. I'm just teasing him. He actually had some really like he told me what was going on. It was some really serious family issues. So he was the main issue, the reason why we weren't finishing it. But it was some serious stuff that, you know, I'm not going to say what it was because he told me, not everybody for a reason. But yeah, it was some serious issues. So that's why it was delayed. How America got its name. A young American mastodon told the past people to go to his country, America, and he was the first Dino President's Day, and the Vice President Day was Bloodtooth, and he made USA great. Wow, what a fantastic story. I thoroughly enjoyed that. Mesozoic Bio will be a short. I will make where I guess the entire plot of Mesozoic Bio. that will be funny. Are you going to make it before it even comes out, like before you even see anything of it? Or are you going to wait to see like a couple episodes to get an idea? I really want to see that. I really want to see that. Wait, so is it going to be like a serious that you're guessing what the plot is going to be? Or is it like a joke? Because the name really suggests a joke. I'm going to make it before it comes out. I'm really looking forward to that. Get working on that. I want to see that. I want to see that. So hopefully the second trailer. Actually, wait till you see the second trailer because the second trailer will give you a better idea of. Okay, it is going to be a joke. I'm really looking forward to that. So it's going to be partial. You guessing, like the basis plot of the short will be what you think the plot's going to be, but it's going to be having like jokes and stuff. How many seasons do you plan on making for Mesozoic Isle? 3. There's 3 seasons. It's a trilogy, and it's not going to go past 3 seasons. We will be returning to Mesozoic Isle, though. We will be returning to Mesozoic Isle. We have a pretty fun announcement that we'll be announcing pretty dang soon, respecting stuff like that. So, just keep your ears out. I don't want to announce it just yet. Hey guys, how y'all doing? Bioniclesaurus here. Or god damn it, cat, stop licking your testicles. When Kikizilla's amazing romantic strategies work, he becomes Kinkizilla. Now Kinkizilla is when I'm just pure sexual urge. That's just, you know, that's just me releasing my sexual urges on the world. And thank you, Tyrannosaurus, for the good question. That was a wonderful question. I like dinosaurs. I like dinosaurs as well. How much episodes do you plan for season 1? Season 1 will have 15 episodes, with the prologue episode coming out 2 weeks before the first episode comes out. So you'll have the prologue episode come out, then 2 weeks later. So it'll be one. It's like, but that one I'm okay with because it's a prologue. So it just warms you up for the show. And then once the actual show starts, you're getting 1 episode per week on Fridays. You'll get them on Fridays. So that gives you a little hint to what you can look, see for a release date. But it will be on a Friday. Except my patrons get it on Thursdays. My patrons get it on Thursdays, or Thursday night, and everybody else gets it on Friday night. I don't know the exact time yet, but once we get closer to that, I'll decide the time. And it'll be consistent. They'll be scheduled. Where can I find the Kikizilla server? The Kikizilla server doesn't exist, but the Kikizilla channel exists in legend and in folklore and through word of mouth. You can find many Kikizilla videos sprouted throughout the internet. I think Camo has one on Bioniclesaurus 2.0. He has 2 of them on Bioniclesaurus 2.0. And there's 3 unlisted ones on Aquat CDs, and I'm not going to give the link out to because the people that are actors in that are not very proud of the work, so nobody really gets to see that but them. It's kind of an inside joke. So it's just like Camo and I were actually considering making a channel for it at one point, but it's just going to add too many projects for me right now. I have too many things to worry about. So unfortunately, that's just not going to happen right now. It's going to start off like a normal series, but then will progressively get worse and worse until it's not even about Mesozoic Isle at all. Okay. That's how the Mesozoic Isle or Mesozoic bile is going. Can I see the intro? Maybe. You know, I might. You've been showing me a lot of Jurassic 2, or the Isle of Sela stuff, so I might give you, as long as you don't share it with anyone, and I mean nobody. As long as you don't show it with anybody, I will show you J212 because you've been showing me a lot of the Isle of Sela stuff. So I'll show you the intro. You can give me some feedback on it. How much episodes do you plan for season 1? I already answered that. Who is the PA wiki team? The wiki team was Luximation. Let me see. They don't. We're not really working anywhere. It was Luximation. Luximation was the only one working on for a while. Prehistoric Channel, or the Prehistoric Channel, and someone else, one other person. Oh yeah, Fiasco. I don't know why I didn't remember there was Fiasco. It was a failed idea, but the website has had a lot of progress because I've been doing a bunch of stuff to it. So the website's actually nearly launchable. I just have a couple more pages to get like formatted down and stuff, and the website will launch. And you guys will have some stuff, but it won't really be filled out with a ton of information until the show's out because spoilers. But yeah, we'll have like thorough individual character pages on the website and whatnot. And it'll be launched pretty soon, relatively soon. I have seen the intro. It is good, like really food. I've shown you the intro, Dynaman. Or are you talking about the Prehistoric Archipelago intro? Because I made the Mesozoic Isle intro. I made that recently. I don't know if I've shown you that one yet. White background. Don't crucify me, but what's PA? Prehistoric Archipelago? Prehistoric Archipelago is the universe of Mesozoic Isle. So people already know that I have the plans for Mesozoic Isle's universe is that we're going to have 3 seasons of Mesozoic Isle release, 1 each year. Then we're going to have a film, 1 hour, 30 minutes, 2 hours long, called Mesozoic Seas, and that's just focusing on the sea life of Mesozoic Isle, and it's just a film about that. Then after that, there's Cenozoic Isle, and then Paleozoic Isle, and possibly a 2nd season of Cenozoic Isle, possibly. I don't know, maybe. But that's all I've confirmed, and so all of that is within the universe of Prehistoric Archipelago, and it's an archipelago of islands. That's what an archipelago is. So it includes all the islands. So that's what Prehistoric Archipelago is. Mesozoic Isle is only a specific show. It's one of the different things going on there. Prehistoric Archipelago Cinematic Universe. Yeah, basically, it's kind of like your Marvel type thing. You see the Prehistoric Archipelago intro at the beginning of everything in the Prehistoric Archipelago. Prehistoric Infinity War. No, they are talking about my PA project Apex. Oh, gotcha. So what happened to Paleo Archipelago? Fiasco? My bad. I thought you were talking about Prehistoric Archipelago. But Redtooth should have gone for the head. Redtooth should have gone for the head. The baby T-Rex should have gone for the head. Kiki, I sent you a link to episode 5 and 6. Oh, you did? Just now? Cool. I will check those out here in a bit. And I'll send you the intro after this stream. I'll send the intro. The 2 intros are different. Yes, they're very different. So there will be 2 intros. Yeah, there's 2 intros. The one intro that's like just for everything, and then there's going to be a specific unique intro for each show. So Mesozoic Isle I'll probably keep the intro for Mesozoic Isle the same throughout all 3 seasons, but I'll change out the scenes in them, if you know what I mean. Like the music and the theme and all of that will be like the same, but I might change out scenes to make it more appropriate for that season. So you see characters that are actually in that one, so you don't like see characters that died in season 1 inside the intro of it. In season 2, or characters that you won't see in season 2, you know, that kind of thing. The trailers you saw last time on the last stream were from Project. Yeah, I knew that that was from Project Apex, but I was wondering what happened to Prehistoric or Paleo Archipelago. Fiasco. Altogether, 5 seasons of Prehistoric Archipelago and a movie. Yep, that's all I've confirmed. I have ideas for other ones, like I said, possibly 6 seasons with a 2nd season of Cenozoic Isle, just because I think there's enough figures that I could pull off a 2nd season, but that's if I have a good idea for it. Currently, I actually have very few plans for the actual story. I have a general idea, but I'm not planning it too far in advance because I want to add my newest ideas. Because when I was making Mesozoic Isle Season 1, I originally wrote the whole story 3 years ago. So actually almost 4 years ago now. And it's, yeah, at the beginning, at like January or February of 2019, it'll be 4 years. So almost 4 years. So the story, when I came back to redo it, I rewrote the script and updated it and made it a better story overall, just quality of life. But it was still the same story and same characters for the most part. A few new ones like Draco and whatnot, and stuff like that. But I didn't get to incorporate a lot of my newer ideas. And so for season 2, I'm jamming a bunch of new ideas in there. And it's very few storylines are actually the same, like the exact same. Actually, none of the storylines are the exact same as they were as I originally planned them 4 years ago for season 2. I've just been adding in my new ideas, and like the core plot of the actual season is there. But I mean, like a lot of the stuff has changed. Are there any non-prehistoric animals on MI? Yeah, there's a unique species of sailfish you guys got to see in the trailer, which when originally creating Mesozoic Isle, they needed a species of fish that would have an influx season where they would come up into the freshwater streams, but they couldn't get salmon to work. So they genetically modified their own species of sailfish that could actually go into fresh water and up into streams. And that's what you see there is a very unique, brightly beautiful colored salmon. I mean, swordfish that actually goes up into freshwater streams and lakes for spawning. And so that's one non-prehistoric one, but it's technically not a modern-day animal. There's a lot of modern-day turtles, and alligators and crocodiles are on there. Non-created animals, there's some species of alligators and crocodiles, possibly lizards, maybe birds. Not too sure about birds, but I know there's crocodiles and alligators on there. The alligators are technically considered a meso-alligator, but what species shall eat the salmon like a grizzly bear? They're swordfish. There's no salmon, but that's for spinosaurs, you know, piscivorous animals. So Osteoraptor, which I know is on the island lore-wise. Osteoraptor is on the island, but I don't have a figure to depict it. Are those released there or are invasive? They were released there. They were not there originally. The crocodiles and alligators. Some of the turtles were native. Like 2 species of the turtle were native, but there's like 6 species of turtle I have that are on the island at least. Well, like 7, maybe like 5 of them that live on the island, but then there's like 7 in total if you include the 2 sea turtles that live within the things, not including Archelon. Like I think there's a leatherback turtle and a green sea turtle that live there. So, like just things to fill in the niches and the food chain, so there's a sustainable amount of everything so that it can be functional. Also, how do they keep pterosaurs there? That is a top secret thing. That's intentional and cover up, I guess. It's secret technology that they're using to. It's not really a physical barrier, but it's more of an influential barrier that keeps them inside the confines of Mesozoic Isle and the airspace of it. They also have towers surrounding Mesozoic Isle, many miles off of it. They have like a giant border that has towers, and they actually have dispatch units and tranquilizing units, all that kind of stuff that can actually stop anything that goes past it. They also have sensors that detect it if anything is going wrong, that their influential things aren't going off. That's the actual thing that's going on. But the specifics of it, one, I didn't really make up because I don't want this to be too much of a science fiction story. It's mostly just there for you to, that so you can turn that part of your brain off. You know, oh, they're being kept in there because of that. You know, there is something keeping them there. So I don't have to worry about that. But that's not an important information. But also, I don't want to come up with something that I have to explain over too much, and that has to make sense, because it's really hard, but also it's just a waste of time. So I don't actually have a very specific thing to tell you, but also you're not really supposed to know. So just pretend like it's some kind of sonar barrier or something, just some invisible barrier, influential thing with noise or sonic waves or something that keeps them from leaving. Just consider it like that. Hi, Aiden. I just got done writing an 8-page script for my Halloween special. Awesome. I actually have my 4th of July special, or How Dinos Party film, which is an hour long, and it is 51 pages right in front of me. So get on my level, bro. I'm just kidding. If you don't believe me here, don't want to show too much there, but yeah, 51. There you go. Oh, cool. You're in it. My Halloween special is 2 pages, LOL. So how do they keep the sea life also? It's a lot easier with the sea life, but it's also an invisible barrier. But it's a lot easier to keep the sea life in than it is everything else. One, it's really expensive to make physical barriers, and 2, it keeps it messes up air currents and aqua currents. So, you know, do you have an underwater camera for Mesozoic Seas? Yeah, I'm going to get a GoPro for Mesozoic Seas, an underwater camera. I plan to get it, actually, maybe even using it for Season 2. I know I'm going to use it for Season 3 because I have things I want to do for Season 3 of Mesozoic Isle that are going to be underwater shots, but possibly as soon as Season 2. But Season 1 will not have any underwater shots because I don't have the camera. Has an animal ever escaped MI? No, never in its entire career. Never escaped MI. They've had problems, not escapees, but problems on the other islands, the containment islands, where they like create them and have them grow up to a certain age before they release them on the island. So they've had problems there where they've attacked people or something like that, but nothing where they've ever broken out. They have it's very good security. They know what they're doing. Will the 4th of July special, when will the 4th of July special? It is not a 4th of July special. Let's just call it How Dinos Party, or the Mesozoic Morons movie. It'll be out it'll be out this month. I need it to be out this month. I absolutely need it to. I don't have time to work on it later. I need to focus everything on Mesozoic Isle. So I'm trying to get all of my other projects out right now this month. I want to try to get my Kiki Quest out this month. I want to try to get my Edge collaboration video out this month, which he hasn't finished yet. But once he does, I'll upload it. I need my Edge intro video that I'm going to put on his channel. I need my the Mesozoic Morons film to be out this month. I also have a vlog, goofy type video that I did at the Denver Gentleman Mineral Show with Destin, the director of the Edge YouTube channel. He and I both live in Colorado, so we've already made the first official Dino Tuber meetup collaboration video, like where we're physically in the same place. So I want to upload that. That'll be fun. Also, whatever videos, thoughts, reactions on new figures that come out. Also, I probably around December, I want to get out videos of my most wanted figures for 2020 for the companies. But I think I'm going to lower it down to a top 5 list, so I don't have to have as many and the videos aren't as long. It's a really good question, though, Ty. I just saw your question again. Talk about Mesozoic Seas, please. Talk about Mesozoic Seas. One thing more recently is that Spiner Dude, my friend David, he said that he's actually most excited for that one, which is really cool because nobody's ever done anything like that before. But I'm really hyped for it. I literally plan on going down to Florida. There's this place down in Florida that we've gone on a military base that you can they have this giant, miles and miles of beach, giant beach, not super huge beach, but it's really big, 150, 200 feet of beach like from the forest line to the actual ocean, and it goes for miles, but nobody's there because it's on a military base. So they have these cabins you can actually rent there, and we've done it multiple times before as a vacation, actually twice before. And I want to go there again because they have some beautiful spots there and other places in Florida. And I want to just take my figures and, actually film with them under the water with the GoPro. And we're going to make a completely underwater Mesozoic seas film. So yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a film so that, one, it's not too long, but also it's just a little bit more focused. It's not really a long story that you want to stretch out over a season. So it's just going to be a movie. But it's going to be really cool. But it's going to be really hard to film. Really hard to film. So that's another reason why it benefits being short. A friend of mine lives in Colorado. Really? That's awesome. Yeah, there's 2 other people that are dino tubers that I know of that live in Colorado now, and that's one's Destin. He operates the Edge YouTube channel. He's a director there, and then we have Cretaceous Cast, Spencer, who runs Cretaceous Cast. He also lives here in Colorado. We do a podcast on Edge's channel. It's pretty fun. You guys should check it out. It's really fun. Red Tooth versus Red Sail. He's a baby T-Rex. I don't think that he stands much of a chance. That's a really unfair fight. I can't wait to see something that, gosh, it keeps flashing. Voice act in. I don't know if they want me to say I'm in it, though. Oh, gotcha. You're in something. That's awesome. It's awesome. That sounds really similar to how the main character contains flying/sea creatures in that animated series I've told you about, except he uses a giant dome that explains above and below sea level. Yeah. There is a giant dome, but it's not a physical dome. I have a friend in Colorado. I don't know if you heard of him, but his name is Aiden Cherkez. Yeah, I think I've heard of him. He sounds like he's kind of an a-hole, though. What do we have here? The Carno is amazing. It will always be amazing. Don't care what you say about it. I can't wait to make a review on that figure because I don't want to ruin it for people, but I want to educate people on why there's so many problems with that Carnotaurus, because I think actually in the community, ironically, I hated the Carnotaurus probably the most just as an animal. There's very few dinosaurs I've ever hated in my life when I was younger because I was like, a stupid little kid. And I hated T-Rex and Carnotaurus because they were really I felt like they were overrated and super popular or too popular. But then as I got older and actually learned what was actually interesting about them, I loved them. But I loved them for the more interesting reasons and not the typical reasons why people love those 2 animals. And Carnotaurus is one that actually made it up onto my top 10 list now as like my top 10 favorite dinosaurs. But I probably, out of everybody in the community, because I love Carnotaurus so much now, I probably know the most because it seems like everybody I meet, I know more information about it than they do. And that's just from my experience. I may be completely wrong, and I'll be the first to admit it if I am. But yeah, I really want to educate people on why the figure is so dreadedly inaccurate, so terribly awful. I mean, it's Schleich levels awful of inaccuracy. It's that bad. I mean, seriously. It is extremely, extremely inaccurate. The entire body, not one part of its body is inaccurate. It's really bad. So yeah. Kikizilla, more like Spookyzilla. No, Creepyzilla. Spelled with a K and then Kreepi, because, K and I in my name. Agree, Kiki, you go for it. Yeah, I'm going to do that because I don't want to make people hate it, but because a lot of people question why it's so inaccurate, and I want to educate people on that because it's really disappointing that Safari just makes such a blatant insult to the animal. I mean, people have been arguing with me recently, but it literally perfectly compares with the reborn Eutyrannus. How bad that is of a reconstruction of Eutyrannus. It's just as bad, if not worse, for the Carnotaurus. I mean, I'm dead serious. It's really that bad. Most people just think Carnotaurus had tiny arms, osteoderms, vaguely a belosaur head, and then horns. And that's what they think of when they think of a Carnotaurus. And that's nowhere near the interesting parts of Carnotaurus. Sorry if that was a little rant, but I'm just a little triggered at Safari for that Carnotaurus. I really That's the only figure I'm really considering whether or not I hate it, but I want to get it in person to see if I'll like it visually, because I like a lot of Papo stuff, even though they're pretty terrible. I mean, their T-Rexes aren't T-Rexes, they're Tarbosauruses, but then so again are the ones inside Jurassic Park. They're not T-Rexes either. Really, I really want to see you rant on it now. Yeah, well, maybe I'll have David just send me the figure so I can see it in person and rant on it early. I don't want to make it a rant. I want it to make it more educational than anything, and more of like an informative video to Safari. Yeah. So I have already spoken to Safari a bit about possibly joining the #iSafari campaign. Not going to say what is going on yet, but it's not like I haven't officially, initiated the joining process of it yet. Like if you know what I mean, like I haven't actually asked them to like see if we can do it. I was asking them if they have any positions open and whether or not they'd be considering to add another person. I'd find Papotheranosaurus underrated besides the pose. I love everything else. I love the pose the most. The Therizinosaurus is really cool, but it's basically just the Nothronychus, which kind of sucks. But you said in one of your videos that you judge on coolness. No, I think you misinterpreted. What I was saying was talking about the Spinosaurus. Because Spinosaurus is such a mess. I mean, I don't care what someone tells you. We could literally, I'm dead serious when I say this. It's more likely that the Spinosaurus that Safari has is less accurate than the Carnotaurus that they have, just because we don't actually know like anything about Spinosaurus really. So we have very few of the body parts we actually have a good idea of what it looked like, but everything else will probably change slightly proportionally in the slightest of ways. It's just like, but honestly, I don't really think, from what we know right now, the Spinosaurus is way more accurate than the Carnotaurus is, from what we speculate. That's just a little thing there. But what was it saying? Oh yeah, the coolness thing. Spinosaurus, there's some generic things that I think you need to get right about Spinosaurus that we know for a fact. The legs, ignore them. Anybody tries to tell you we have legs of Spinosaurus, they're lying, because we don't know if we do. The legs that we have, that they say are from Spinosaurus, we don't actually have any concrete link to the full legs and even the feet. We have things that we speculate are possible toes of baby Spinosaurus, but we're not really sure about that. And even the arms, like we almost have like nothing of the arms. But the sail, we don't even really know for sure if it had a dip in it. It probably did have a dip, but we don't really have enough of the sails found together to know if it even had a dip in its sail. But things on its face and some slight proportional things are things that you need to get accurate. Like the skull especially, we have a lot of Spinosaurus' skull and the teeth and whatnot. But other than that, my main rule of thumb is get the general accuracy points down that hit all of Spinosaurus' accuracy, things that we do know about it, and what we know about Spinosaurids and dinosaurs in general. And then the rest, just make sure it looks cool. Because it's kind of like the Safari Tyrannosaurus deal, except that doesn't have as much of an excuse for the coolness thing. The Safari Feathered Tyrannosaurus looks really awesome, but it has a lot of scientific accuracy issues that people don't really give it credit for. I mean, its head is so wrong. Like, there's so many problems with the head of that T-Rex. I mean, the teeth count is like 150% of how many teeth it had in its mouth. Its head shape has some slight issues. And especially since it was based off of Sue, it's got some definite skull issues. It's also, arms are too small and other just slight proportional issues. But and also the feather thing. But I give them a pass on that because that came out, right after. But the Spinosaurus, like this, to me, is, just very slightly under, actually, this probably rivals the accuracy of the new Safari one, just because the scales are a huge problem on the Safari one. Even though they are big, and we do know that some dinosaurs had scales, such as ceratopsians, that were big, but not that big, nowhere near that big. So the scales are some big issues, some proportional things, but also it's like there's so many iffy things that this one can hold up pretty well. The Safari one is probably still maybe a little bit more accurate, but who knows? Sorry, I'm going on getting a little too in depth here. Anyways, the gist of it was that my belief is that you need to make sure that the Spinosaurus is cool and that it hits the basic general accuracy points. That's why I really love the Schleich one. The only one I don't like about the Schleich one is they added the stupid crocodile tail on there. I don't know why both. This is something Dynaman pointed out to me, and I was like, oh, why didn't I say that in my video? It is so freaking annoying how they put the crocodile tail on all 3 of our big company Spinosauruses that we got within the last, 6 years or something. Whenever it was 2015 when the Spinosaurus came out from Collecta, wasn't it? Yeah, so like 4 years. Dino Man, it was a turd in the wind. Yes, I hate croc tail. Yes. We don't know if it even had legs or arms or a tail or a head. It was just basically just a lump. Yep, that is more accurate of a depiction. Arden et al. Acting little he knows what he is saying and telling people Spino was only 11 meters long. I'm a little confused based on your wording there. I don't know what your wording is there. But if you're talking about the size, Spinosaurus is more likely 50 feet to 55 feet. If anyone tells you Spinosaurus is 60 feet, they're outdated and not really informed on the more later things. It's very unlikely that Spinosaurus reached 60 feet long. We could find out otherwise, but it was most likely, the latest suggestions are actually 50 feet, but possibly up to 55 feet. So anywhere around there. Still the longest theropod dinosaur. Biggest, I don't think Spinosaurus is bigger than T-Rex or Giganotosaurus. I think they're both bigger than Spinosaurus because everybody, when you think of size, everybody thinks of one-dimensionally of length. You have to consider height, bulk, weight, everything. That's what, when you're mentioning mass, you're talking about the whole thing, like everything. Volume, length, height, weight, everything. Just all, when you look at a Spinosaurus, if you put them up next to each other, like I've seen big T-Rexes. I've seen big T-Rexes, and they are all dwarfed by the Giganotosaurus that I saw in person. I mean, freaking dwarfed. Like, the Giganotosaurus looks like it could swallow their head. I mean, I'm not joking. I mean, I know Sue is a little bit bigger than one of the T-Rexes that I've seen, but she's not even close to any much bigger that would make a dramatic difference. I mean, seriously, the Giga was huge. Giganotosaurus is massive. It dwarfs, like, it honestly looks like it dwarfs a T-Rex if you just put them next to each other because of all the bulk and size, but everybody thinks in dimensions of length. And even if the Giganotosaurus was like the same length as a T-Rex, I honestly think it would be bigger. Whether it'd win in a fight is not what I'm talking about, but Giganotosaurus and Tyrannosaurus were most likely bigger than Spinosaurus. Then Spinosaurs were extremely lightly built carnivores. They were not very fast. They were just lightly built in general. And so it's just like, if anybody tries to tell you that Spinosaurus is bigger than those two, then they're wrong. Gigas is the biggest. Yeah, the biggest dinosaur was definitely, or biggest theropod dinosaur was definitely Giganotosaurus. That's for sure. Mapusaurus. I don't get why so many people think Mapusaurus is so big. Every single one of the specimens that we have there are around like 35 feet. So it's like when you have 6 adult specimens of Carcharodontosaurus, they're all adults. They're found together, and they're all around the exact same size. It's kind of telling you, like, you have a big enough sample there. That's the average size, and they're not going to get much bigger. People may say, yeah, well, there could be a super big one that's getting. When you're that big, extraordinary size doesn't get that much bigger. Like, we're talking like Sue may have been like near the biggest Tyrannosaurus ever. And if we're talking an extraordinary size T-Rex, it was probably like 43 feet long, like not very much bigger. Because when you're that big, you don't have as much wiggle room because literally your body is demanding the support of your weight and your size. So it's, it's ridiculous to say that they could get much bigger. And so Mapusaurus was most certainly under 40 feet long. It was smaller than Acrocanthosaurus, Carcharodontosaurus, Tyrannosaurus. So that's one thing that that Mapusaurus, I don't get why. I think that it was when it originally came out, the paleontologists got really excited. They wanted to have the biggest dinosaur ever, or the biggest theropod. So they were just like, oh, like, here's our ones. We got 6 of them. That is really cool. Even more, hint at pack behavior in Carcharodontosaurs. So there you go. Giga is bigger than T-Rex by a little bit. I would say a lot. Now, if you look at them proportionally, if you put them next to each other, yeah, like if you put them on a scale like on your paper here, it's not by much. But when you see it in person, it's like, holy crap, that makes a big difference. It is a big difference between the size of them. It's really shocking. I mean, you have to see it in person to really understand. I mean, it's enormous. Giganotosaurus is enormous. It is absolutely crazy. And Suchomimus is way bigger than I thought too. Like, I knew that it was almost as long as T-Rex, but holy crap, when you see it in person, it's crazy. But I have my video on the channel. Look at it. You'll see the Suchomimus is dwarfed by the Giga. It looks like he would take, like, swallow its whole head, put it down his throat, and just gulp it. I mean, it's just crazy. Yeah, Giganotosaurus was probably around, a lot say 46 feet, but we don't have much tail material. So some question that. Some people say, oh, you're overestimating, but it may be a slight overestimate. I'm going to say anywhere from 44 to 46 feet in length is what I would say. But either way, just proportionally, you know, just general size, Giganotosaurus is definitely bigger than T-Rex. You just have to see that in person for you to just know for certain. I mean, no question in my mind. When I saw that, I'm like, wow. And before that, I was like on the side where people would ask me, you know, who do you think would win in a fight, T-Rex or Giga? And I would always say T-Rex, because, you know, they're very similar in size. Giga's a little bit longer, but T-Rex is almost the same size, you know, and it's got a more powerful jaw, blah, blah, blah. But now I've seen it, I'm like, yeah, that's a pretty even fight. I'm going to say that's like 50-50, because I don't, that's just such a huge animal. How small that Malawisaurus is? Yeah, their Malawisaurus in that exhibit was really small, because apparently Malawisaurus can get really big. I always thought it was really small just because the one that I saw was small, but that was probably like a half-grown individual or whatever. Largest Giganotosaurus was 12.3 meters, confirmed by Florence at it was not very heavy. Yeah, the Giganotosaurus is very lightly built because it's a more speed. It's definitely the fastest out of Spinosaurus, T-Rex, and Giganotosaurus. The size, I would definitely call BS on such a specific number, because we do not have enough vertebrae to confirm how long the tail was and stuff like that. Giganotosaurus is still relatively fragmentary, so I would definitely call BS on that, unfortunately. If anybody's going to give you a specific length, then they're just making up crap. What museum/exhibit were we talking about? The Denver Museum of Nature and Science here in Colorado. They had a traveling exhibit, so it might be somewhere near you guys now. But they had a traveling exhibit called Ultimate Dinosaur. So look it up and maybe see if it's in your area. Definitely check it out. They bring a Giganotosaurus, a Suchomimus. There's a Nigersaurus skull. We get a Malawisaurus, Majungasaurus. You get Mashikasaurus, Simosuchus, Argentinosaurus spine, neural vertebrae. You get Amargasaurus, Carnotaurus, Osteoraptor, Butreraraptor, some other stuff. I have the video on my channel. Check out the video if you guys haven't seen it yet. Yes, that is why you don't use museum exhibits for your basis on animal size. Oh, you're saying because that's what I was using my basis off of? That's a fair point, but you know, it's still casted off of the actual skull of the Giganotosaurus. When you see the skull in person, it's crazy. That's not going to change. I mean, that's just not something that changes. If I see a Giga in person, I will cry. Yeah, I wanted to cry. I was really lucky. I got to see the exhibit like 4 times. Also, they did say the length of the actual Giganotosaurus reconstruction in that exhibit was 46 feet long. So that one hit the maximum estimate of 46 feet long. So that one's a bigger one. The tail looks a little long on that one. It looks like they might have added a little too much vertebrae on it, maybe. But then again, Carcharodontosaurs did have some pretty long tail. I mean, Carnosaurs in general just had pretty long tails, so who knows? And I don't think many Carcharodontosaurs in general just have very complete tails other than the smaller ones and Mapusaurus. Got spoilers for Mesozoic Isle. Stuff happens. Stuff does happen. I see a Dakota raptor in person, I will cry, and a struggle to not pet its floofy feathers. I almost cried when I saw a T-Rex. Yeah, I've seen T-Rex enough times that I don't really it still impresses me every time that I saw it, but it's not something that I like really, you know, seek to do. I really want to see the Argentinosaurus skeleton, I think I don't remember what country, but weight, never mind. Giga is 6.8 tons. Wow. Yeah, that's, I mean, no matter how heavy it is. That's still gonna be a massive animal. So in length on the Safari Giga tail, correct length, based on the skeleton I saw in person, yeah, this one actually almost perfectly reconstructs the one from the museum that I saw, almost perfectly. I think the legs actually might be a little too long, ironically. Maybe. I'm just saying they looked really short when I was in person, but then again, that may have just been the position I was looking at it from or whatever that made it look like they were shorter than I thought. The tail definitely is the appropriate length compared to that skeleton that I saw there. The only thing is the head. There's quite a few issues with the head, but like, you know, it's not wide enough, and it's not tall enough at the top especially. But other than that, this is a really, really solid reconstruction. I mean, it even has the torso shaped correctly. Giganotosaurus had a really tall torso with almost like a point at the top, just like this. So it's really cool they got that so accurate. The Giga only beats it by what? Only Giga, I don't see. What is it? I don't know. He's saying something. I mean, Trike's head is 10 freaking feet long. I heard 11 feet. 11 feet long and 7 feet wide at the frill. How is Eofauna Giga as far as accuracy goes? The accuracy on the Eofauna Giga, it looks really good. I'd have to see it in person. The only thing I see a problem with is the skull. Overall, silhouette-wise, it looks really good. It's almost like a mix between the Safari one and the Carnegie one, but leaning more towards the Carnegie one, which is a slight issue. I think it needs to, the top of its head needs to be more shaped like the Safari one. But I don't think it's wide enough. It's a very barrel-y head. Giganotosaurus had a very barrel-y wide head. I mean, it's almost like an alligator. Like, you know how it's kind of like flat but wide. It's really like a barrel. It's really go watch my video. It's really crazy. It's on the channel. Go check it out. So yeah. What is Fiasco saying? I want to check this out. 16 messages. Holy crap. Oh, here's the Project Apex. Not the largest Tyrannosaurus, aka Sue, with a mass. Not very heavy. Yeah, so here they have a shorter tail. The head looks a little funny. I think that they might be using Mapusaurus to try to give it a taller crest. I'm not sure. Knowing right here, like, it might be fine. I'm not sure. I've seen them reconstruct the top of the head in multiple different ways because we're not really sure because the head is fragmentary. Hold 2 tons under Rex. So the Giga only beats it by 0.292 feet-ish. Actually, that's, yet again, you're only thinking in 2 dimensions there. You're thinking of length size and you're thinking of weight. You have to think of everything. I mean, you really got to see it in person. When you put them next to each other, it's very obvious. And I think that's why the Safari Giga and the T-Rex don't really size up to each other quite well. But yeah, do you think that Giga's had an adaptation to help it detect prey? Because I heard that they had poor eyesight. I wouldn't say that they had poor eyesight. They don't really have Tyrannosaurus like binocular vision, but they still had decent eyesight. They definitely seem to have very large nostrils, so probably a lot of scent-based stuff there. I mean, I'd imagine it had some decent eyesight because it was a much faster carnivore than Tyrannosaurus was. So, you know, it must have been a little bit more active, so it had seen very well or decently. So is the Safari Giga too thin or is the Rex too bulky? I think the Rex is slightly too bulky, but that also might be just the feathers. But also the Giga just sized up. They're also in different scales slightly. I forget. I had calculations. I sat down with David or Spiner Dude, and we actually thoroughly went through the scalation and scaled them up, and we actually took into account like some of the other dimensions besides just length and stuff like that. I think that I don't remember. I'm having trouble remembering where the Giga turned out, but I think that the Giga turned out, I think, lengthwise, just length. If you're just considering the length of this, then it came out about 1/40th scale, just a little bit under 1/40th scale. or above, I guess. It was like 139 point something, but that was just length. Overall size, I think this might be wrong, just with bulk and everything like that. Something's off of that. The Rex is about 135th scale. No, it's 140th. It's almost 140th. It's like 138 point something. Then the trike is 137 point something or something like that. It's some weird stuff. And then we were roughly calculating the Stegosaurus and Allosaurus, and just based off of what we saw, and we were guessing about a 135th scale for Allosaurus and possibly like a 137th scale for Stegosaurus or something like that. These are just estimations, but the other figure, I forget. I'd have to do it on the spot here again, but it takes a while. So is this for a Giga too thin? Oh, I already read that. I want peanut butter. So I can get a feel for Suko's size when I film with a Suko figure, and that roar I made for it. I cry seeing it in person with a roar like the one I made for it. I'm a little confused what you're saying. It almost seemed like you're going into a question and you were stating something. I'm a little confused what you're saying there. You should have wrote it down. Yeah, I should have. David and I were just trying to disprove this guy who was having an argument with me about the Allosaurus's size. And he even said that, like, he made some really interesting calculations or results. I'm not saying that in a very polite way. Also, he did say that Doug Watson claimed that, I don't know if this is true, if any of you guys know, but he said that Doug Watson claimed that they were 135th scale, the T-Rex and Trike. I heard that they were supposed to be 140th, but I didn't hear that from him. I just heard from word of mouth that they were supposed to be 140th, but they're actually closer to 140th than they are to 135th. So either way, that guy's wrong, or that calculation is wrong. So LTD's official scale, 140th-ish. Yeah, it's all around ish. But if it's close enough, I just call it 140th because, you know. Was Giga a ambush predator, or did it chase its prey, and how many miles? Carnosaurs in general were very athletic. They were endurance animals. I would have assumed that Giga would be a little bit more of an endurance animal than something like a Tyrannosaur. But it's so big, I don't see it being very endurance-y, I guess. It wouldn't have had very good endurance because of its size. Compared to like an Allosaurus, which had extreme endurance. Allosaurus are very endurant animals. But I would say it would probably be an ambush predator. But yet again, its teeth suggest taking on larger animals, not very small prey, large animals that could take chunks out of and make them bleed, and then wait for them to bleed out and die, like young sauropods. Maybe a thing like pack hunting and taking on adult giant sauropods like Argentinosaurus. I mean, Argentinosaurus didn't live with it, but we don't think it lived with it. I see a creepy dog on Kiki's bed. That is Coco. Same name as my dog, but I got that in 2012 for my 12th birthday because bulldogs are my favorite species of dog, or breed of dog. And I've always wanted to get one that named Coco, and we got a real dog and we named her Coco. So yeah, but I'm not renaming it. I'm not naming a dog after another dog that I had. So not going to get a bulldog and call it Coco. But yeah, there's that. That's Coco. Be right back. Bulldog is good dog. Yes. I need that Pteranodon. Do you want to voice act an GP Chris Halloween special? I would love to. I want to. I can't. I really can't take on another project right now. I have enough voice work I have to be doing. So anytime I get to do that where it's quiet and I have everything set up for the sound optimization, I have to be recording stuff for other things. So I'm sorry, I can't do that. And also I have mesovocal narration, so I do not have enough time for that. I'm basically closing myself off to collaborations with people for the rest of this year. Next year, I'll start considering it again. But for this year, I don't have any more time. I just don't. Go to Discord. It was similar in mass, but barely beats it in weight. Carcharodontosaurids had horrendous eyesight. They could not see from the front and had zero binocular vision. That I don't believe that they didn't have any binocular vision. I don't know where you heard that. Tyrannosaurs were much more heavily built than Giga. Yeah, they were much bulkier in build. Or Tyrannosaurus was. Tyrannosaurids in general, some of them were. A lot of them were like on the Tyrannosaurian side. But wow, I feel so weird being pro T-Rex. I don't have a problem if we find new information suggesting that T-Rex got bigger than Giga, then I'm all game. I'm the first one that'll admit that all that information is wrong. I jumped on the bandwagon of the 2014 Spinosaurus thing, and then shortly after I started questioning it for myself. I take facts. Science is science. It's a study. It's a fact. It doesn't give a bleep about what you think. And that's my whole philosophy on it. And that's why I try to take whatever I hear seriously. I feel so weird for T-Rex. As far as speed goes, we have no clue about how fast it moved. Yeah, but the whole body style, it's very clear. You just look at it, and it's very obvious. I mean, I've seen papers and stuff like that talking about the speed of Carcharodontosaurs in general, but also they mentioned Giganotosaurus. They had proportionally slighter, larger legs, but if it was super fast, not be debatable. Super fast? I've never said it was super fast. They would have not been super fast, but they would have been significantly faster than Tyrannosaurus. Tyrannosaurus were more brawlers, is what I would say. I mean, it makes more sense, too, because they have things like Triceratops and Ankylosaurus, things that like to stand and fight. Tyrannosaurs had big, bulky heads that they were built for fighting, and sitting there, holding their ground and fighting. They weren't really chasing stuff down. Though the big Tyrannosauruses were not chasing things down, I don't think. The younger Tyrannosaurs seem to be like the juvenile things like Jane or the Nano-Tyrannus type things. Those ones suggest more of a speed-based thing. So that's also a thing with, possible family group hunting, using the younger individuals to chase down things like Edmontosaurus and stuff like that. But I don't think that Tyrannosaurus would have been a very speedy predator, especially not given its body style. Come to all your peanut butter needs. Nothing makes lemon ginger herbal tea more delicious than a thank you Marvin mug from Spino Dude Reviews official Teespring store, not a sponsor. Kiki has a Charmax. Charmax. Science is a fluid, not a solid. That's a really cool saying. I love that. Raptors are awesome. Do you have some peanut butter? Rip Egypticus. Also, I love your new profile picture. I moved, boy, and my mom just lost my effing backpack. Have you heard the hypothesis that Rex was a marathon runner, like a world, based on the fact that the air sacs and its leg morphology? Are you being serious or are you joking around? Tyrannus being valid is as real as Pluto being a planet. Yeah, that's just not even close. Have you heard of the hypothesis? I think I heard of something like that, the hypothesis. Whether or not I believe it, I don't know. Just from Tyrannosaurus' body style, I don't think it was slow. I think the T-Rex would have been decently fast. I mean, definitely it would have been able to catch an occasional Edmontosaurus. I don't think that's the main thing it would have been hunting. I think maybe more of Dakota raptors would have been going after things like Edmontosaurus. Maybe the bigger Edmontosaurus would have been slow enough that a Tyrannosaurus could have ambushed one. It's bringing up the Croco duck. It was the only person that I find from 2017 concerning its mass. Fran Boys, it states that Spinosaurus is yet again. That's weight. They're referring to weight there. So they're not talking about mass. Like mass is like the space you take up. Like or not. That's volume. Like just in general, mass is weird. But like I'm talking about just every dimension of size. I mean, if you put I can't find anything here. Here's an example, for instance. Ceratosaurus was about 21 feet long, right? The biggest Ceratosauruses were about 21 feet long. That's the estimations. The biggest Allosaurus were 32 to 33 feet long. That's only about a 10-foot difference between their lengths. And so you're like, oh, so it's 2/3 the size of it. No! Not even close. Like, Ceratosaurus is like half the size of Allosaurus. Like, Allosaurus could possibly shove the thing's head down its freaking throat. Like, it was so much bigger. I mean, it probably couldn't do that because of the crests. But you just get the analogy. It was so much bigger. It was like twice the size of Ceratosaurus. It was huge. Not even a competition. Like, such a big difference. Just 21, really? I thought no Ceratosaurus got that big. Oh, I think I know what you're talking about, but that's not true. There was no Spinus or Ceratosaurus that got that big. That's the thing that I think that the Isle was trying to go off of. But then again, the Isle Ceratosaurus and Allosaurus are like the same size, which is even more wrong. But yeah, 25 foot is not right. That's just not right. I think though it's kind of like a thing like Saurophaganax and Epandarius or Epenterius. Morrison Formation has some really crappy things that people like to throw at it. It's weird. Ceratosaurus was tiny. I mean, well, it was huge. It was big, but it was tiny compared to Allosaurus. I mean, it was really tiny. And Torvosaurus was much bigger than Allosaurus. I mean, in length, it wasn't too much bigger. It was like maybe 3-5 feet longer than it. But overall size, Torvosaurus is much bigger. And then again, Torvosaurus is probably a lot less common. So, are you blind? It says multiple times. It says the body mass on the image. Are you blind? Yeah, I see what it's saying. I'm just assuming that they're going off of weight there. I don't know what they're doing. Either way. Oh, right here. Body mass. GDI. Okay, so GDI is 2.4 kilograms. Okay. Oh, this is a 1995. This updated here. What's this one? The more recent things, because I don't know. I've seen a lot more of the recent stuff. Like I'm talking like early 2000s, before 2010. Some stuff after 2010. Not much stuff after 2010. Remember that thing where all dinosaurs apparently had extra space between their vertebrae, so that they would have been longer than we thought. Whatever happened to that? Don't know. John Conway said that it would be fun to play with this idea and make a movie that has people just after Meteor and they find a T-Rex that starts coming at them at a decent rate. And then they spend the whole movie trying to get away from the Rex, catching at them at the end. So basically it shows Rex as unspoiled force that just keeps coming till it gets yay. Okay. So they were showing it as an endurance animal. Do I believe that they're the dinosaurs? I've seen more evidence against lips than I've seen it for it. The only thing going for lips is that it makes sense for them to have lips, and that they need to protect the enamel on their teeth. But we're not really taking. I don't really see enough people taking into account the humidity, the air humidity, possible coverings that they could have had on their teeth over the like the enamel, something, or who knows, different type of thing that, we always find these different things like, how did this animal do this? How does a bee fly or something? Then they figure it out because of this or that, or maybe it had this special covering that wasn't normal enamel that protected it. But either way, ironically, we have more evidence suggesting that theropods didn't have lips. I think that some of them probably did, and I think that sometimes they look fine. I've actually seen a whole study suggesting that Tyrannosaurus itself didn't have lips, but I don't remember the exact specifics of that. They did like a 3D model rendering of it and stuff like that, but there was a lot of stuff. And then the Daspletosaurus is physical evidence suggesting that it didn't have lips, but then again, it just maybe do something, but who freaking knows? So Aiden, did you get that thing fixed? What thing fixed? I'm a little confused. The thing with the stuff. I think you're just trying to get my attention. Remember that thing where I already read that. I remember where when dinosaurs had kangaroo tails. Yeah, that was an interesting era. I think that it's really tough because like I said, we have more evidence suggesting that they didn't, or that the evidence has been shrouded off. The Daspletosaurus one, it's weird because some people use the Daspletosaurus skull as evidence that they didn't have lips, and some people try to use it as evidence that they did, which is just brain dead because they have the freaking fossilized stone right there at the teeth, and there's nothing on the teeth or around the teeth, so there was nothing there, or at least something perfectly nipped off all of the lips on the Daspletosaurus horn or eye. So it's like, boy, That is one of the things that suggests that they didn't have lips. So, but then again, it could have had maybe a bottom jaw lip covering thing that it could have like stuffed it. So who knows? Lips for right now, I'm up in the air. You want to depict it with lips? I'm fine with that. You want to depict them without lips? I'm fine with that. Just do what you want. Just make it look like it looks natural. It fits. One that I'm not okay with lips on is Spinosaurids. That just seems stupid to me. That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, the thing, I remember that. How amazing is Carnotaurus in person, Kiki? It is very stunning, but it's really the really fun part about it is you can actually look at the anatomy of it. You can see the fossils that are speculative, and then you can see the ones that are just casts of the actual fossils from the thing. And you can actually see how the catafemoralis muscle went across there, and the leg bones, and it's the most mesmerizing thing. If you're very knowledgeable about Carnotaurus and you know a lot about it, then you can stare there and just enjoy it. It's just beautiful. It's a beautiful specimen to look at. The skull, unfortunately, is a little mangled, but you know, like it doesn't look the most pretty, but it's structured enough fine so that you can see it. Really, there was soft tissue. There was soft tissue on the skull. I thought it was totally just interference in the skull morphology. On the Daspletosaurus thing, no. I think that was just somebody trying to say, like, saying, hey, did you check for that? But we have. Remember reading the study that I do not remember. Do not remember soft tissue. What are you talking about? You're talking about the Daspletosaurus horneri, right? It wasn't actual soft tissue. It was preserved skin, like fossilized skin on the skull. There was something else more. I've seen at least 2 papers disputing it. Neither of them were convincing to me. There may have been another one that was released. Or I've read one of the papers disputing it. I've heard of the other one or saw a video discussing the other one. But either way, I don't know. Daspletosaurus I haven't really looked into lately. But last time I checked, it was still skin on the skull there. Who knows? Not me. At Deltadromius 505, that was just Stegosaurus. What? Remember when dinosaurs had 2 brains? Oh yeah, that when they thought that nerve cluster was a second brain. When that first came out, it took up so much speed that they added that into the Godzilla movies. Did you know that? They had some Godzilla movies depicting Godzilla with a second brain in his hips, and they had to try to take it out. These were the 90s Godzilla movies. So they had him with a second brain, and they referred to it like dinosaurs. They said Godzilla has a second brain like dinosaurs. It was only in those 90 ones, though. I think it was only in the Heisei ones. Correct me, Delta says it was the Heisei ones they're talking about. It was Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla 2, I think, that they were specifically talking about that. Right? Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla 2? Yeah, okay. Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla 1993. No, it was not 1993. That was not 1993. It was 92, I think. Yeah, I think it was 92. 93 was Space Godzilla. '93 was Space Godzilla. Yeah, 95 was Burning Godzilla. 93 was, in Japan, 94 was Burning Godzilla, and then 93 was Space Godzilla. Man, Fiasco is just typing out an article here, man. No, it's 1995 specimen. The drawing is 2 years old. The most recent reconstruction. Okay, Fanboy's Spinosaurus has the wrong torso shape. It was more slim than the barrel shape. Yeah, also slightly skinny. It's lightly built, even though we have zero evidence saying so. Especially since if you're talking about Spinosaurus, yeah, that's just a freaking mess. We don't really have enough to really suggest too much about what the body shape was really like. Not that I know of. Spino Dude, where is your spooky picture? I need to update my channel to spoopy. Yes, you do. Should I get a new spoopy avatar? Yes, you should. And you should also start using your channel on Dino Nation. I can delete all the stuff in there, and then you can add it in there. But, yeah, you should start doing that. If you don't want to use it, then just say it, and I'll just remove you as a co-host. Because anybody who doesn't use their co-host stuff gets... I just... Dino Nation death threat. Bioniclesaurus. I'm happy to be the one who named Savannah. Oh, the Carnotaurus and Prehistoric Dinosaur series? What was the shortest MI episode? That is a great question. They're all around, according to the script. Now, I'm using a certain script format that works for movies, but since this is being used for a dinosaur-type series, I'm not precisely sure if the formula will work in correctly estimating the length of the episodes. But currently, I planned them all to be around 25 minutes each, but more recently, I'm kind of guessing they might be around 20 minutes each because of the script not accounting for the way that these ones are written. So they're all for almost equal length. They're all hovering around the same. So I'm going to say 20 to 25, but they're all very close to each other. So there's not really one that's shortest. Except... Well, I guess all of them are shortest if you're considering the finale, because the finale is going to be around 30 minutes long. And then the prologue episode is the shortest. I think it was around 20 minutes, according to the script. So it'll probably end up being a little bit shorter than the other ones. The crocodile would be relatively less thick at 10 tons. If you based it off a hippo, it would be almost 13 tons. It would be a thick boy. Based on a crocodile, it would be less thick at... but then again, one's an archosaur something that branched off archosaurs. Despite what people say, they like relating Spinosaurus and crocodiles. Crocodilians and Spinosaurus have almost nothing in common. So stop. They're not. Spinosaurus, everybody's like, I love Spinosaurus. Well, you should be loving it for how unique it is, and it's its own thing. It's not a freaking crocodile. Stop depicting them like crocodiles, like the freaking toys are doing. They're just ridiculous. They're not crocodiles. They were not very closely related to crocodiles at all, so they're not crocodilians, and they're not hippos. I mean, I get what Fiasco's talking about, but it's just reminding me about other people. You can't keep calling Spinosaurus a crocodile. It's a beautiful, elegant animal that was extremely unique, but it was not a freaking crocodile. You are not a crocodile. You are a dinosaur. What did they do to your legs? I know, right? Why can't everybody just love it for how beautiful of an animal it actually is? Calling a Spino a croc is like calling a heron a croc. Yeah, that is. They're more like a heron or a swan or something that's like some kind of fish eater that just hangs out near the water. I mean, it's just ridiculous. And also, the suggestion of Spinosaurus, here's my reason. This is not something anybody's written, but here's my reason why I think it's absolutely insane to consider that Spinosauruses would have been that convergent with crocodilians. Number one reason, Sarcosuchus. That's my reason. They lived at the same damn time. This giant 40-foot-long crocodile that is way more well-equipped for hunting down land prey than a Spinosaurid is, way more well-equipped, but it also has a narrow jaw like a gharial, because in the only two species of crocodilians that live today, well, maybe there's one other crocodilian, but they have slender snouts. They're all fish eaters, and they mostly ignore land animals. I mean, gharials, I've seen people get into the wild and swim with them, and they don't care because they're fish eaters. They like eating fish. They have those narrow jaws. That's what you do with the slender snout like that. Sarcosuchus was not like Deinosuchus. Deinosuchus would have posed much more of a threat to a dinosaur than a Sarcosuchus would, but a Sarcosuchus was still eating dinosaurs. We have evidence of it. We have teeth inside bones. We have scrape marks. We have, I think maybe a body part and something. I don't remember. But there was definitely some attack evidence of Sarcosuchus attacking things, and they were huge. If you're a freaking stupid Spinosaurus and you're swimming across the river and the Sarcosuchus is just going to take your head off. I mean, you have no competition. Sarcosuchus versus Spinosaurus is not happening. I mean, you're not. And also, here's the thing: the reason why mammals never got big inside the Cretaceous and whatnot is because there was all the niches that they fill nowadays were already filled. When there's an animal that already fills it perfectly, you're not going to grow up into that niche and compete with it unless it's a specialist and you're specializing on different things. The reason why Smilodons and terror birds filled the same niche and then they came into contact with each other because they were on separate continents. And then when they met up, the Smilodons were obviously better at what they were doing, and so they outcompeted the terror birds. That's how that goes. You don't have them evolving into the same niche like that. And Spinosaurus would be an idiot, just this plain stupid evolutionary animal if it was trying to compete with a crocodilian. I mean, just look at it. Crocodilians evolved way back in the like Triassic or Permian or whatever, and then you have them still here. They're one of the most successful body designs and animal groups in the entire world. I mean, just period. Along with dinosaurs and avian birds. They're just extremely successful animals. You're not going to outcompete a crocodilian. You're just not. So don't depict Spinosaurus as a crocodilian, and it's just stupid to think that it's going to convergently evolve with the crocodilian. They already have a whole lineage of Spinosaurids, which are very well adapted for sitting, wading into the water, being semi-aquatic. We know the oxygen isotopes of the teeth. It was semi-aquatic, more aquatic than other Spinosaurids, but it was not a crocodile. Crocodilians were way more aquatic than Spinosauruses, which is another reason why I don't think swimming Spinosaurus is a very good way of depicting a Spinosaurus, because then you're depicting a more crocodilian Spinosaurus. I think that they definitely could have swam, but then again, so could have possibly a T-Rex, so who knows. But yeah, it's just, just stop depicting Spinosaurids as crocodiles. They're way more interesting. They're a completely unique animal, and so Safari, Schleich, Collecta, stop depicting them as crocodiles. They are not crocodiles. They're not like crocodiles. They're nothing like crocodiles. They're completely unique animals. Just because they're eating fish does not make them crocodiles. You do not relate an eagle to a crocodile. They are both eating fish, but they are not the same animals. So do not relate them to freaking crocodiles. God damn. Large modern crocodiles are designed for hunting land prey like the Nile crocodile. Yes. Are designed for hunting. Yeah, like you're using that as an example. So when MI is coming out, when is MI coming out, you miserable turd? Oh my gosh. Hopefully very soon, within this year. There you go. I already talked about it way more earlier in the stream. At Kikizilla, I love Carnotaurus, and I'd love to see Savannah in person. I get a feel of her in my series, the scene of the episode. Yeah. Well, depict her as a speed demon, as a Cretaceous cheetah. I like that analogy. She's a Cretaceous cheetah, not very agile, not built for standing and fighting. They're not going to be very good at standing and fighting with each other. They definitely maybe have some show-off things like where they're like, hey, dude, check out my horns, bro. Whoa, those are some sick horns, bro. You have bigger, nicer horns than me, so I'm just going to go over here so we don't have to fight, bro. I'm just going to go, step on that little frog over there. You can go do it. You can have all the ladies. You just do your own thing. And he's going to be like, yep, because I'm a cool Carnotaurus. Now go the hell away. I'm going to go chase down that little thing over there and eat him with my face. So, yeah, the Carnotaurus was like more of a speed predator that was ambushing things, was not very agile, but it could definitely chug away like a train, speed ram crap, and it was eating small animals. It was not eating big things. It was not attacking big animals, and it was not built for fighting with other animals. Like Majungasaurus, other Abelisaurs were much better. Like they were literally like the southern equivalents to Tyrannosaurs. And then you have Carnotaurus, which is like the southern equivalent to an Albertosaurian, but even better, like towards the speed, even better at speed than Albertosaurians were, like way better. But it also sacrificed fighting capabilities and the size of prey it could go after. But then again, clearly, if it's evolving after that, it has some kind of evolutionary pressure or environmental pressure to eat small things rather than big ones, because the other Abelisaurs were much more well equipped fighting or eating larger prey than Carnotaurus was. It was like a specialist animal. Carnotaurus was a fast cheetah-like carnivore and hunted small animals. Yes, exactly. It was hunting very small animals. Nothing like probably things like half its size or smaller. Like seriously, that small. Calling a Spino a croc is like calling a PP a stick. Sure. So is Savannah's depiction in episode 1 accurate since she's chases down a Stachysaurus for the whole episode. Well, if the Stegosaurus is weaving through plants and stuff, then yeah, because it would throw the Carnotaurus off and it'd have to line back up again because it's not very agile. But if the Carnotaurus got an ambush run on it and it was even remotely close, that's a Tacosaurus is just gone. One thing I hate is when people say that pterosaurs can't swim. Then I go and have you seen the fossils that show them swimming? Yeah, I know, right? That was so interesting. I love all that education you gave me on pterosaurs. I was talking to my grandpa. We love talking to each other when we're driving up to the mountains, when we're filming Mesozoic Isle, or when we're hiking up to the next spot. We talk about dinosaur science all the time. And I have to be honest here. My grandpa is my favorite person to talk to about paleo stuff ever. More than anybody, just period. Even anybody in this community. I mean, Dino Man and Spino Dude come really close because they are both very intelligent. My grandpa, he's a literal genius. I mean, he's like a modern day Albert Einstein. He has this whole new paper on quantum mechanics and quantum mathematics and stuff that he's putting out, and it's going to revolutionize the mathematics field. I can tell you guys more about that once he actually releases it, because I can't give it away because someone will plagiarize him. But he is the most intelligent, level-headed human being I know, and he just you don't have nothing but positive conversation and logical conversation with you. You don't have to worry about fanboy stuff or biases. And he's legitimately interested in the field of paleontology. He and especially then now in his later years, and that he and I are talking, and he just loves it. It's just he is the funnest person to talk to about that stuff. And he and I were recently just had the whole trip going up, driving there and then hiking. We were talking about pterosaurs and everything you taught me about pterosaurs, Dino Man, and he was having a blast listening to that. What exactly is this Halloween event? It's just like we changed the theme. Everybody gets to have the same colors and Dino Nation, so we don't have any, like moderators, special colors you don't get to use. Everybody's using the same colors that are theme colors, and we're going to have a couple events that we're going to do, like some movie nights using the Rabbit app and stuff like that, and we're going to do some Halloween drawing challenges and stuff. So lots of fun stuff. We're just going to be celebrating Halloween together and just having a fun time. So go ahead and join us on Dino Nation. I'm back. I lagged out. No. Well, you saw episode 1, the tacos stupidly ran in a straight line, and then they were close to each other in the chase. XD. Yes, that's not very accurate for an accurate Carnotaurus. But the Carnegie Carnotaurus is miles more accurate than the Safari one. I mean, miles. Like, seriously, even if you include the pose, which is stupid, and the shrink wrapping, that Carnegie Carnotaurus is miles more accurate than the Safari one. I seriously, I kid you not. Let's talk about cheese. No, thank you. Ketz, Northropi, and SP might not even be the same genus. Yeah, there you go. I love Barnaclesaurus. What we will have? We're gonna have a movie night. Yeah, we're gonna have a movie night on the Rabbit app. You all watch the same movie. We're gonna have up to 60 people watching the movie, or like a Netflix thing or YouTube together. And so I'm gonna set up a Dino Nation one, and we can. I want to do one where when Dinosaur Island Season 5 comes out, we can every time it comes out, we can set up a movie night, and everybody can watch it together on Dino Nation. So stay tuned. We're gonna do that, and we'll probably do it for Mesozoic Isle too, if we can get it to work for Dinosaur Island Season 5. What about Savannah's scene in episode 3? The only problem with that is that Savannah runs at the Styracosaurus. I think it was Styracosaurus. One, she would never go after a Styracosaurus. Carnotaurus would be stupid to go after a Styracosaurus. But maybe you just have a different species that you could have. Maybe it's a different species that's a little bit more bold on your island, or the Isle of the Mesozoic. But she would never go after a Styracosaurus if she was a normal Carnotaurus. And also, it had a heart attack before she even hit it. It died before she hit it. That was something that happened there that I thought was pretty funny. Like, it fell over before she hit it. We're doing the movie thing. Yay, yeah, we're going to be doing the movie thing. That was suggested by Ty. So thank Ty if you guys are excited for that. Yeah, so Gibson, thank Ty. She suggested that. And Fiasco suggested the whole event on DinoTube, so thank him for that. Then you wouldn't be a lonely bastard. Yeah, I agree, Fiasco, but Gibson just never wants to come on to Dino Nation. Oh, man, my family doesn't give two blanks about dinosaurs. They encourage me to and think I'm smart, but they don't know crap about dinosaurs. My grandmother didn't know what cloaca meant until my channel. That's not really something that's one of the lesser things I'd figure that people would know about, though. So that makes sense. But yeah, I mean, a lot of people just don't really know too much, but that's the fun part. You should embrace the fact that you get to spread your knowledge to these unfamiliar, incompetent peepales. Not incompetent, ignorant, I guess. I don't know. That has a negative connotation to it. Just uneducated people. The living meme just came into my room, farted at me, and ran out of the room and shut the door. That sounds like my dad. My dad tries to kill me with his farts. Thank you, Ty, you magnificent woman. Efficient woman? What the hell was I reading? You're welcome, man. Movie nights, woo. If Gibson thanked me and called me a wonderful, I would dream about that. Okay, stop begging him. You are so desperate for attention, Billy Goat. Jesus. Jib, 2003. What I miss? You missed hour and 35. Holy crap! It's been. I thought this was just under an hour. Largest crocodilian that lived with a Spinosaurus was smaller than most caimans. That's bull crap, dude. Fiasco, where are you getting your crap? Suchomimus lived at the same time and same place as Spinosaurus, bruh. Billy Goat, thank you. You are wonderful. Hee hee. Nah. Well, there's a reason Savannah is going after large prey. You'll see in episode 4, and I'll go more into that in episode 6. Cool. I don't know why, but I just died when you read Gibson's comment. Suko lived in Niger. Yes, it did live in Niger, but. What's the but? But what? I'm fiddling with my freaking fiddler. Oh, Gibson, while you're here, Kiki's going to be mad, but my grandma thought dinos are mammals, but I needed to her, and I'm happy she learned about them. That's an interesting story. She thought they were mammals. I think Spino was smaller than Suchomimus according to recent study. No, it was not smaller than Spinosaurus or Suchomimus. That's not true. But smaller than Tyrannosaurus and Giga, as far as I'm concerned, 100% yes. They could spread across the continent. So Kikizilla101, another MI trailer? Yep, we're gonna be getting one probably as soon as around 10 days from now, so keep an eye out. I mean, they have more in common with mammals than modern reptiles. I guess they're more active. They're much more active than that, but genetically, no. They're not closer. They're more closely related to crocodiles than they are closer to mammals. We should discuss what movie we should watch first. Well, I have to. We can discuss it on Dino Nation, but I'm starting the thing, so it has to be something I have access to. It's either that it's on YouTube or it's on Netflix. Or if I could figure out a way, if I can put in DVDs in my computer and I can stream that, then we can do that. Wait, what's this about movie night, Kikizilla? We're going to be doing a movie night thing for Dino Nation where we're going to use the Rabbit app, or the Rabbit thing or whatever. Anyways, Gibson, I want to show you something. So when I was young, and I think it was the December of 2007, when the Bionicle Mari series came out, I was already getting them all, but I got 2 Alex, and I gave one to my uncle, and we only built it together, and then he kept it in the box, like you know how you can store them in the canisters. He kept it in the canister for the past 10 years. The past 10 years. I have a mint condition Elec. He didn't want it anymore. So I am so happy because I started wanting to collect in these guys again. I have a mint condition Elec. No broken lime green pieces. Look at that crap. None of them are broken. None of them are cracked. a perfect mint condition Elec. I took him out of the box, so he's not completely mint, I guess, but he's mint. He's a mint condition Elec, and I just have him up here, and I even have the canister too. So look at this nostalgic food right here. The Brocky thing. These are the coolest canisters, man. These were the coolest canisters. Look at that. That's how he was in there. He was in there like that. Yeah, it has the instructions and everything. This is a time capsule, a 10-year time capsule. So I'm so happy I have him. He's not going to get taken apart by my brothers like all of my other Bionicles. So, wow, I never realized Elec had a giant Paraka feet. They look so big and stupid. They do look kind of big and goofy. I like it though because he's a sea creature, so he needs flippers. So there's that. Okay, that was odd. I'm not going to explain what just happened because it'd take too long. Oh my god, dude, that is awesome. Dinosaur Story. Yes, the most gloriously well-written and entertaining 3 hours of dinosaurs dying and running around in the history of time. Interesting. Someone told me if Triceratops was related to a rhino and I died inside. Please help. I make my dinosaur depictions mammal-like because they need the adaptations of their places in the ecosystem that mammals have today. That is not necessarily true in the mammalian. Like many animals that fill the similar niches have similar convergent evolution adaptations or whatever. But that putting like whiskers on them would be something that I think is just ridiculous. So like if you put burr or external ears and not just like holes in their head, that's just all ridiculous in my opinion. I still need a name for my Bionicle channel. How about Spino Dude Reviews Sucks? So watch this one instead. Wow, I never realized Elec had. Oh, I already read that. Nice, Kiki. What? XDDD. You molesting that pop filter? Probably. Trey the Explainer noticed me once, and I'm still happy. No, you boy. Oh, savage. What? What's savage? I don't know what's savage, but I also have the only 3 Bionicle mocks that have survived my brother, and they actually haven't fully survived. All 3 of them have missing parts, or that he replaced certain parts of them because he's a butt nugget. But I wanted to show you, Gibson. They're all really limited. I was really super limited on parts, so don't judge too hard. But they all have within 60 to 70 parts. So it's like I was kind of theming them off if they were all in like a set thing. I have kind of like a lore thing I could explain to you in private. But this is, I call this guy the Nightmare War Machine. And he's got 2 shoulder-mounted weapons, and then he's got these bear claws, and he's got this this head that came with Takanuva, I think, that was his like shoulder or something like that, but it's the Takodox head, and yeah, that's him. He's pretty cool. I like his proportions. He's really bulky at the top, and there's that. And then I don't remember what this one's name is, but I know it's a girl, like the actual mosquito version of this one. So I know it's a female, but she's got like 8 limbs, but she's also got her tail. It's actually attached up here because her species actually like kind of uses as a vestigial tail, which they can wrap onto like tree branches and dangle from them. She has these support legs that help her like kind of balance herself, and she's got these grasping legs down here with the 3 joints, and then she's got like a Hero Factory chest and these big Holly Mari claws, and then the guns, which my brother somehow lost one of those, and then this acidic tail end here. And so yeah, her theme colors are like black, green, and then she has some stolen golden treasure pieces that she wears because she guards a treasure trove. temple thing. And then this is the Meteor. That's what his name was. And he was like an assassin, rogue hitman type thing. It's an interesting story I could tell you. But he has the Makuta mask from that one flying set. He has a custom sniper rifle, which I'm somewhat proud of with the limited parts that I had to it. And then this like tank up here that's like filled with like magma or something that he uses as ammunition for. So it's like an incendiary bullet. And then he has his like symbol of a meteor, but it's going upwards because it's a little lore thing with him. It's just a little interesting. And then like little crab armor thing, just some nice legs here. Unfortunately, these armor pieces do bug me a little bit because they don't really fit with the theme too much. I wish that I had like darker colors for those, but I'm working on limitations here, so you know that's not the best one of the three. Nice colors like the Antrax mask as well. This one, you saying this one's not the best of the three? I really like this guy. If I don't know if he's my favorite. I think the green one might be my favorite, but I really like this one. I'm proud of this guy. He has the most parts. He has 70 parts. The green one has 60 or 63 parts, and then the black one has 69. So they're all within 60 to 70 parts. Yes, testicles. Oh my. Oh boy. Oof. Just a bunch of blabby words. I looked at the comment that Trey noticed and cringed at the fact that he responded with my old username XXX Chris Cross YTXXX. I'm no longer happy. Yeah. So if you have any constructive criticism, if you want to talk in private about it, that'd be awesome. But unfortunately, I'm probably not going to be able to apply any of it because, you know, I'm limited on parts, and so these were very limited mocks, but I just made them. I made these like, I don't know, like 3-4 years ago. And also my brother stole the black piece that was right there. He put a blue one here. Either he stole the black piece because he wanted it, or he broke it and then he replaced it with a blue one so I wouldn't notice, but I did. And he also took, he actually had a, like, you know, the, what was the one with that was the movie of the Web of Shadows Bionicle thing? You know, it was like the Metro Nui Toa got turned into monsters and they were fighting against Rudaka. I forget what that line was, but anyways, I had whatever the red guy, the main red guy. I had his little fire staff thing that had like the 2 prongs and the fire coming out. That was his like melee weapon. He also has an attachment point at the back that he could attach the sniper and the melee weapon to if you want to use one of them. So they were pretty cool. Yeah. But I think this one's my favorite because she's really cool. She's got a lot of the CCBS building system going on. Actually, she's all CCBS except like this, like some scattered parts. Yeah, she's all CCBS and 2 Technic Bionicle hands right there from the Fantoka or Mystica line, or maybe that was even, I doubt it, but maybe it was Glatorian. I don't think so though. But yeah, that's that. Really like her. I forget her name. I don't know why I forget her name. She's my favorite one. Oh, you said that's the best one of the 3. Oh, I thought you said that's not the best one of the 3. Why did I read it like that? You said that's the best one of the 3. I think that this one's probably the objectively the best, but probably not my favorite. I don't know. I like them all 3 of them really closely, but yeah, he's probably objectively the best one. Yeah. His lore is pretty cool. This guy's lore is pretty cool. He's interesting. It's like an alternate Bionicle universe that's kind of like it's almost like Metro Nui in a way, but the whole world is like modern day where they've moved past their tribal stages and everything, where like the whole planet is kind of like modern day technology type thing, but they have still some tribal essence. It's a weird thing. It just would take forever to explain. Let's It's mainly all I know about Carno. Well, that's a great start. The Trey the Explainer video is a great start to learn about Carnotaurus. I'd highly recommend starting with that if you want to learn more about Carnotaurus, because he gets his stuff right in that. Kiki, thanks for the help with the script format, but I've decided not to write my show that way. Too technical. Yeah, but it is the most efficient way. It's technical at first, but when you actually start getting into it, it's pretty easy. I mean, I think Cesar, Godzilla Fan 40, is still in the chat. If he is still here, he's currently writing a script that I was helping him with, and he is doing a fantastic job. He was also, I think, a little intimidated by the format at first, but he's doing a fantastic job right now. Absolutely fantastic. It's going to be great once he releases it. If you could see any dinosaur in real life living in any modern-day ecosystem, what would that be? Oh, God, I would hate it if it just a dinosaur randomly appeared in a modern-day ecosystem. That would just destroy the modern ecosystem. I think that'd be so terrible. Nature is about moving and changing, and, no species lasts forever, and dinosaurs, unfortunately, had their time. I wouldn't want – if we had one in captivity, that would be a different story. But if we were doing one in a modern-day ecosystem, I'd pick something small that wouldn't have too much of an impact, probably something that isn't a carnivore. Something that could be killed by mammals that live today. So maybe like a Psittacosaurus. That would be cool. I'd like to see a Psittacosaurus. Maybe a Leonolosaur would be cool too. I love Leonolosaur. Is that really how you wrote Mesozoic Isle? Yeah. I first wrote a summary, and then I formatted it into that format. Well, that's the base format. That's one of the formats. Every director has their own twist they do to the script format that I showed you, King Egypticus. So really, you can make alterations, but if you follow those general rules, then you'll fit the criteria. Like there's even a Spielbergian script. Like they have different director names attached to certain script formats because each of them kind of make up their own. So it's natural to make up your own version of the script. And I have my own version for Mesozoic Isle that I also am teaching Cesar because I like the way that I wrote mine. I'm back. Random question. What is your favorite watching Relic mock? Totally understand if that's way too hard of a question to answer. Watching Relic. I haven't watched too much. I'd like to be watching more. So I'm going to be honest. I haven't watched too much. I really loved the dragon. The dragon that I was talking to you while you were building that one. That one's awesome. But what was his name? Emu? Or no, not Emu. I forget. You made one recently where it had like a skirt and it was like, I think it was orange and blue? Orange and something. It was orange and something. I think it was orange and blue. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it was orange and blue, but it was a really recent one that you made. I liked that one a lot. That one would probably have to be my favorite. Equado. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, he's orange and trans blue. Yeah, translucent blue. Yeah, he's my favorite. I love the dragon, though. The dragon was awesome. I forget what her name was. But, yeah, she was cool. Kiki, what's your favorite MCU movie and what's your favorite Marvel character? MCU movie, my favorite. I know. I think the objectively the best one would probably have to be maybe I don't know actually. I'm not gonna answer that one. I'm gonna say my favorite is Black Panther. I think Black Panther is my favorite one. Maybe Spider-Man Homecoming. Sorry, I like that movie. I'm going to say Black Panther's my favorite, though. Yeah, Black Panther's my favorite. I just really thought that was a wonderfully well put together production. Just a fantastic film. Loved the music, loved the atmosphere. It was really great. Favorite Marvel character is Deadpool, easily. Good question. Tell me about that, please. Tell me. I didn't really tell King Egypticus too much about the script format because I don't really have the time to go and explain it all like I had to Cesar with voice chat. But I can send you the picture I sent to King Egypticus, and then you can use that to kind of go off of. It does a really good job at teaching you. It has like a little format description thing, so I can send that to you and give that to you. But I'm going to be making really soon. I'm hoping to start it really soon, is a series called Dino Cinema, and it's going to be teaching you the arts of cinema and how to make good cinema, but through DinoTube and using DinoTube examples for things. And that's going to be a really fun series that can dive into and teach you guys the arts of that, so you guys can start making better and better series, and we can just improve the quality of life of all the series in Dino Tube. Oh, Apples, I think you mean Vekar. He's get an updated version coming soon. Get hyped. Yes, hi, Senpai. The dragon's name is Odessa. Yeah, I remember that now. Odessa, thanks for the info, by the way. Always good to hear that my most recent work is the best. Yeah, I really like Equado. Equado is cool. I like your names, too. The names are really cool. Want to play the Isle again sometime, Godzilla Fan 40? Oh, hell yeah. I think that's it. Can't wait to see it. Yes, I love that. Oh, you mean the series Dino Cinema? Good choice. Black Panther. I like Captain America Winter Soldier the best, but Black Panther is definitely up there. Yeah, I like Winter Soldier. I think it's a fantastic film, but I just enjoy Black Panther a lot more. I enjoy his character a lot more than that one. I think I like Captain America Civil War the best out of the Captain America movies. I think that Captain America Winter Soldier is objectively the best film, but Civil War is definitely my favorite of those. Sure, I will drag Kiki this time. Drag Kiki? What do you mean drag Kiki? When are the Halloween art contests in Dino Nation? Soon. Actually, I'm gonna have Spino Dude do that because I do all of the work as the main co-host for Dino Nation. So I'm gonna make Spino Dude do some work. I'll have him host that. So he's good at hosting art challenges, so he's gonna do that. I'm gonna throw that on his shoulders. When are you doing the Dino Cinema series? Soon, but yet again, Mesoka I was going to take up my time, but I definitely next year, beginning of next year. I have too many things to finish up this month, so it definitely won't be coming this month, but very soon, very, very soon, within the next couple months, or next few months. So yeah, look forward to it. It's just not going to be super soon, unfortunately. All-round question for all. What's your favorite superhero movie? DC movie, don't give... DC movie, don't give a oof. What's your favorite? DC Marvel, don't give a oof. Just, what's your favorite? Favorite movie? Favorite, just superhero movie. Deadpool 2. Deadpool 2 would be my favorite. I don't like how, spoilers, BP killed his cousin, but I can't see it ending in any other way. I also feel like Ulysses Claw was wasted as a villain. Andy Serkis is just a great actor. Yeah, that's a stupid excuse, to be honest, though, because just because someone's a good actor does not mean you should force them down people's throat. You know, use them for what their character's supposed to be. I think that Ulysses Claw could have been used more, but it was shocking to me that he died so fast, and I was kind of happy with it because I think Eric Killmonger was a way superior villain. And sure, he does kill his cousin, but that he had to. I mean, as far as I see it, I had to. And that ending scene where he brings him up to the sunset, despite everything he's done, Black Panther is just an amazing film. I love that. Spooderman Homecoming. Any form of art challenge fiasco, it's free real estate. Favorite superhero movie, emoji movie. Okay. Dark Knight for me. Cool. I used to hate all DC superheroes, but I'm into Wonder Woman. I thought her movie was great. I have respect for the Batman films because I really have grown a lot of respect for Chris Nolan within the past 5-6 years. I think Christopher Nolan is an amazing director, and I think Batman's a lot more interesting than I usually gave him credit for. However, I still don't really like him very much compared to any of the Marvel characters, just to be honest. I just don't really care for DC ones as much. Wonder Woman is my favorite DC superhero, though. She's really the only one I actually really like, and I'm looking forward to any of her movies. I think that the third act in Wonder Woman, the film, though, was just freaking god awful. I hated it. I loved all of that film, but then there was a third act, and I was like, ugh. Wonder Woman is overrated. It's just a slightly more well polished turn than the other DC. I would agree. I still enjoyed it. The 2/3 of it, well, more like 75% of it. The third act was just disgusting. It was just freaking disgusting. Whoa, we still streaming? Yeah, dude, stop leaving and coming back. Why don't you just hang out and chill out for a while? Jesus, David, you never want to just hang out and chill, bruh. Come on, just hang out and chill, bruh. Frick, bruh. I'm gonna tear off your sick ass horns, bruh. Jesus, I just cussed on my stream. God damn it, bruh. What'd you do? What'd you make me do that for? God dang it, bruh. Shut up, bruh. Stop with the bruhs, bruh. Bruh, frickin' bruh. Shut up, bruh. Please, PK, don't kill me, but I'm not a superhero fan. My favorite superhero movies are the new Venom and Deadpool. Venom, I have not seen yet, so I don't know how to relate that. But Deadpool is a great choice. I love superhero movies, or I like Marvel movies. I don't really care for superhero movies as a genre, but I love Marvel movies. Definitely not my biggest things that I like in my life, but I really, really love Marvel movies. I really love Deadpool. Deadpool is awesome, and Spider-Man. Deadpool and Spider-Man are the shiz. Because I actually have a life, nerd. Yeah, right, bud. You're always just sitting at your computer. Whenever I call, you're like, hey, what's up, bro? I'm just sitting here at my computer. I'm just tickling my pickle, not doing anything important. But, occasionally I do some music stuff and some other cool productive stuff and some college stuff. But, I basically just sit here and tickle my pickle because I'm not a nerd. You freaking get a life, bruh. Fiasco, the new Venom's only redeeming quality is that it's so bad it's funny. That's what I've been hearing a bunch. I'm not going to see Venom in theaters. I don't want to support, even if I thought it was going to be good, I would not do it because I just don't want to support Sony with my money. I'm just not going to until they give Spider-Man over to the MCU. I want them to go bankrupt and just keel over and die as a company. I just really don't like them. And so, yeah, I just hope that happens to them. And Venom, I thought looked cool in the last few trailers. He looks appealing, and I was really excited to see Tom Hardy and everything. But I know I'm not going to like the film the best it could be because it doesn't have Spider-Man in it, and I just know it's going to be bad because it just seems like it's terrible. It seems like they showed everything off in the trailers and everything. So I'm not really looking forward to it. I was telling everybody it's going to be bad, and it got bad ratings. I'm going to still see it when it comes out on DVD to check it out. But I will not support them with my freaking Monet. Tickle me pickle. I'm gonna see Venom when I want to see how bad it is. I don't want to give them money, so I'll see how bad it is once it comes out on a movie. The original Teen Titans cartoon was the bomb. I really need to get around to reading the 80s comics. Sony should die from making the Emoji Movie. They made that? Yeah, then they should die. Chill, Kiki. Bruh, I can say bruh as much as I freaking want to say bruh. You freaking bruh. Come on, bruh. You want to fight me, bruh? I don't want to fight you, but I'll fight you if you want to fight me, bruh. I would give it a 7.5. Holy crap. And then you give it an okay, but you give it a 7.5 out of 10? That's not an okay rating. That's a great film rating right there. That's a great film rating. I mean, geez, that's a really high rating for saying it's okay. I mean, awesome. Yeah. Okay, that's a little conflicting. Bruh. I'll give you a nickel if you tickle my pickle. Jesus Christ, Ty, I'm not going to tickle your non-existent pickle. The story, the comedy stepped up. Comedy seems good. I laughed at the turd rolling in the wind, and then the one where he's like, I have a parasite in the commercials, in the trailers, but 7.5 is its rating on Google. 7.5 is its rating on Google. Just a joke. I know. I'm just kidding with you, Ty. Please don't oof. I'm not oofing. You don't have a pickle to tickle. LOL Kiki got quite bloodthirsty with that rating. I'm hyping up for the enthusiasm, people. Don't take me so seriously right now. I'm laying back in my chair, playing with an Indoraptor. My fish are flying around, eating each other in the background. And Fiasco Spino is in the chat. How could I be taking anything seriously at this point? The snack that smiles back. Children. Oh my gosh, that is die hard freaking hilarious. It has a 89% rating from viewers. Really, from viewers? And check back up on it. Either way, I'm gonna ditch it because I guarantee you I'm not gonna like it. I'm redoing my current Spino sketch. Ooh, nice, Fiasco. That's nice. The snack that smiles back. Children. Good night, matey. I gotta go. Okay, see you later, the prehistoric dinosaur. I will do it for a nickel. I need the money. Well, she doesn't have a pickle, so you can't do it, so you're not getting any money, you freaking fool. Using more accurate skeletal. That's great. I'm so happy for you, Fiasco. I'm so happy for you. Okay, see ya, boys. I gotta go. Okay, see ya, this prehistoric dinosaur. Nationwide will watch you die. That's wonderful. I'm working on an Allosaurus drawing. Oh, that's hot. That's turning me the hell on. I want to see that Allosaurus drawing. The snack that smiles back, children. But the pickles in the jar. Oh my gosh, these are you incompetent goof. Hello, Kiki got quite bloodthirsty. Yes, bloodthirsty Shiki. Anyways, any questions you guys want to ask about Mesozoic Isle or something like that, or any just life, advice questions that you need the loyal and wise Kiki Riki to answer for you before I get going and go back to editing my stuff. The snack that makes whack golden crack. That's beautiful. The snack that smiles back. Am I? I'm working on my Hell Creek art. Oh, that the Dakota Raptor about to shank the hell out of those two packies. Go follow GodzillaFan40 on Instagram if you guys are on Instagram. He has GojiFan40 Designs. Not the most original name I know, but still, just go follow him. He's awesome. What are dinos made of? Dinos are made of grape jam because when they get killed, that's what comes out of them. They're made of literal things that a normal body would be made of. They make the embryos and sperm, out of like just organic, minerals, carbon, water, stuff like that. Those primary elements. They're just living organisms that are just synthetically created. That's literally it. They just have to code it and make an embryo, and that's what they do. They code the DNA, and the DNA does the rest. They just eat, and the body builds itself. The snack that smiles back, Camosaurus. Haha, so true. Made of grape jam and plastic. Hell yeah. Yeah, they are made of grape jam and plastic. Hells to the yeah. By the way, I think I already showed this on Dino Nation, but I think I'm gonna post it on all of the Mesozoic Isle stuff soon. I have a teaser picture from filming with the Monster Commanderus Rex, aka Bone Crusher, and with some blood in his mouth. Some people thought he was just shiny for some reason, but it's like a up close picture of his teeth in the blood. So I'm gonna put that in Mesozoic Isle right now so you guys can see on Dino Nation. I'm just gonna throw that in there. Oh, I have to do it on my phone. It's on my phone. Oh my god. Yeah. So you guys will get to see more of his mouth. You guys already got to see his victim. You got to see the blood, which is right here. It's in the it's on all of the Mesozoic Isle social media right there, that picture of the blood. And there's something hidden in that picture that nobody's seen yet. So keep looking in that picture. And then we have oh frick, that's not the button. At everyone. There we freaking go. The bones crunch. There we go. We'll just do that. That's so cheesy, but I freaking love it. I freaking love it. No, I didn't mean to do that. That's not what I wanted to do. Crap. Camera roll. There we go. Click on that. Oh crap, that's not what I wanted to do either. Here we are. Right there. Yeah, let's freaking do that one. And smack dab splashy clab. Boom. There you go. There's your clearer view of the face of the Monster Carnotaurus Rex. When is the next art stream? I don't know. When I have time for one and not being humiliated by you guys and your superior art skills. So go screw yourself. Go do it on your own channel. Is Bone Crusher the Collector? I'm already gonna say no. Collector Acrocanthosaurus. They did have an Acrocanthosaurus. I told you guys that it's not one. Nobody said the company yet, and I still have never heard anybody say the company yet. So if it's a company someone would say, then it's not it. Oh man, what is that base figure? This is killing me. It is epic. That's what it is. Fish. Okay, moving on. Are you hungry, Phoenix? Let's see if he's hungry. You hungry, Phoenix? We're going to start putting you in some YouTube videos so you can compete with Penny because that sadistic overlord reptile is getting all the fame, and you freaking sexy, wet, fishy boy, you need to get some love and outcompete her so she's not the god lord that has such a huge fan following, and we can overthrow her with your slimy ASS. Why did I put that on? I don't want that on. I know, right? This girl said she wanted to see my Bionicle collection, but she asked me to bang her. How should I protect my virginity? Say no. No is a word. The company is China. No, it's not China. Well, it's probably made in China like all things are, but I don't know if it even says on it. I don't think it does. If it did say on it, then Kayakasaurus sculpted over it so it doesn't have any words on it. It's Protocast. Well, I guess partially because it's partially sculpted by Kayakasaurus. So I guess it would be partially Protocast. So yeah, you just said it. The first person got partially right. But actually, no, that's wrong. Because he told me he does not want to consider it a part of the Protocast line. So he didn't want me to credit it that way. So yeah, it's technically not Protocast then, but it's just made by Kayakasaurus. Okay, so I stabbed her, and she is dead on the floor. What do I do? Okay, so you're going to need bleach. You're going to need rubber gloves to make sure that you don't get any DNA on her body. You're going to need to get her into the trunk of a car in a plastic bag, lots of plastic bags, so no smell or anything gets put into the car. You need to go out into the woods, throw her body out there, and then get a lot of, like, get the book of, like hiding a dead body for dummies or something like that. And, you know, just burn her body out in the woods, and that should cover it. I'm just literally reciting the stuff from a show that I watch called You. I don't know if anybody here watches it, but it's actually a really cool show. Not appropriate for most of the people that are watching this. If you want to watch it, make sure you're okay with sex scenes because that's in that. But my sister, my mom, and I watch that show, and it's really freaking good. And somebody has to get rid of a dead body in that, so... Kiki, are you a criminal? No, like I said, I was just watching a show where somebody killed someone, and I was just literally just copying what they did. But yeah, if I did kill somebody, I'd know what to do about it. Kiki, let's watch it. Watch what? You? Well, it's probably not on the internet yet, and also you're always with your girlfriend, so I don't think we'd have time to watch it. Eofauna, PNSO, Kyoto, X+. X+, that's a really unique guess, but no. And like I said, I'm not going to tell you specifically when I say it. So if you got it right, I wouldn't say yes right there. Well, I guess I'd probably say yes, it's one of those. Maybe I'd say that. But it's not one of those. So still, I will say in general, no one has said the name of the company. At least not to my face. I've never seen them say it. Except Caesar. He said it to my face because he knows what it is. What is the best small dino tube series? Not me, though. I was going to say J212 Productions, your series, The Isle of Sela, because I really like that one. I think it has a lot of potential. But what I voted for The Isle of the Mesozoic for the Dino Awards, so that'd probably be my guess, or my pick. Out of all the ones I've seen that are out, that'd be my pick. Child, I will make time. No, you will not, because when I ask you to make time for anything else, you don't. Because that girl, apparently for you, it's hoes before bros. Bros before hoes. Refrigerated Apple says that. Yeah, bros before hoes, bro. What the heck? Triple A, that was another good guess. Toyway, no, you're not getting it. Toyway is a hell of a guess. That I don't even remember what Toyway is. Bullyland, no, it's not Bullyland. That one's been guessed before. So is AAA. I don't know what Antediluvian is. That tells you that one's definitely not it. Pals before gals. That's another one. But I like bros before hoes because I'm dirty. Toyway did the original Walk It Dash. Oh yeah, that's where I've heard that from. Yeah, definitely not them. Yeah. Yeah, definitely not them. It's those. None of them were even close to the size the Monster Commanderus Rex is. Let's just say the Monster Commanderus Rex is bigger than the Vitae Giga. At least the finished product is. Is it a company? Is it a company still producing figures? I think they still make figures. I don't know. Caesar could probably answer that for you. Dear God, that's huge. Yeah, it's big. It is the monster eating king. So if you're gonna eat monsters, you have to be bigger than the monsters you're eating. If he was a girl, I would have the girlfriend I had now. If he was a girl, I would have what are you saying? See, Aiden got to get some sleep. You get some sleep, Delta. I'm really confused what the hell Caesar's saying. I think he just pulled that out of his butthole. Vitae, Collecta, Safari, or Schleich. Those are all things that have already been said. How many gallons is your fish tank? 40 gallons. Wouldn't. Oh. If I was a girl, then you wouldn't have the girlfriend you had now? Yeah, I'd be the perfect girlfriend. I am just a golden human being. But I am perfectly capable and happy with the gender that I am. That's not going to be changing. Vivid Entertainment. How many fish are in there? There are 1, 2, 3. You can see all of them. All the other ones gone now. Mark's Starlux. Geez, you are really dipping into some weird shizzle. I don't know what you're talking about. Just fill in the gap of boredom right there. Kiki's fish are hyper right now. Yeah, they are moving around a lot because I just changed all the water. It's going to get clearer as the night goes on. I can see about a third of the way into the tank right now. So that's more than usual. And it's actually more of a brown color right now than a green. That's because all the sediment and the poop has been stirred up from me changing all the water. Once it settles, it'll be a very slightly tinted green because I didn't get all the water out of there. So I didn't do a full water change or 100% water change because I have fish in there. I did about a 95% water change, a 90 to 95% water change. I'd say 95% water change. Algae in there. But then tomorrow the sun's going to come out and grow some more freaking golden ass algae for me in there. Oh my gosh, I keep cussing in the stream. I'm so sorry, people. Come on, Gibson. It's got to be Mega Blocks. Oh yeah. Fauna Casts. What the heck, dude? You know your companies. I do not know what the hell these companies are that you're naming, dude. Jesus Christ. I really have never heard of those. I've heard of Eofauna, not Fauna Cast, and Klein Welka? Tycho? No. You are real. I'm sorry I'm driving you that mad. Did you see the picture, Gibson? Did you see the picture of it? It's in the Mesozoic Isle page on what's this? That's a wonderful picture, Chris. Thank you for sending that to me. They're huge fish. Yeah, all of them are not even halfway grown yet. So actually Boulder, he's probably stunted because he was in a 20-gallon cage for most of his life. I rescued him. He's the big pleco that's back there. He's probably not going to grow too much bigger, unfortunately, but I know Shadow will because I haven't stunted her. This is still a baby tank. I'm planning on getting a 200-gallon tank for them. Hey, Phoenix, what's up, bud? You cranky? You pissed off as usual? Of course you are, because you're a freaking Oscar. Gibson, we will be here all night long. Dude, how do you not know Tycho? They did the original Dino Riders, and yeah, I didn't even know about Dino Riders until recently, and I've never been into action toys. So even if I did know about them, I would never be a fan of them. I guess it has really wide-spaced, thick teeth. Interesting. Yeah. Well, or it could just be really close to its face too, which it is. It's actually more zoomed in, really. That picture. Caesar's seeing the actual picture. It's not actually that close. But that's from the introduction scene that it is in the film, and oh my god, it is beautiful. Let's see the Vita Gigarino. Boom, shakalaka. Beautiful figure. Still my favorite figure in my collection that I can actually show you. This is second only to the Monster Commandurus Rex. But this is a freaking amazing figure. Vite is my third favorite company. Number 1. Collecta being number 2. Vite being number 3. Papo being number 4. And Schleich being number 5. But Eofauna is going to start raising up there. And Papo's raising up because the more I film Mesozoic Isle, the more I fall in freaking love with those amazing figures because they look so great on screen. But yeah, that is just beautiful. I really want to do a review on this guy sometime soon. Just a gorgeous figure. Absolutely phenomenal. Best figure made by a company on my shelf. Oh my gosh, so sexy. Not the most accurate thing, but in the niche category of things like Schleich, Papo, and Vite, and Rebor, that are companies that don't really shoot for scientific accuracy, Vite is my favorite. Like, screw Papo. Like, Jesus Christ, this is out freaking standing. And it's still probably more accurate than a Papo Giga would be. The only thing is that the head is quite inaccurate. It's more of a Mapusaurus head than a Giga head. Not nearly wide enough, for sure. And too much crest on its head. Mapusaurus is like a giant Allosaurus. Mojo, Sideshow, Itoi. Sideshow is like, somebody said that already before, and they said Mojo. I have not heard Itoi before. Sideshow is so expensive. I don't know why people think that. Rebor, Sideshow, those are two that I know for sure. I don't think I'm ever using a figure from one of those. And well, Rebor, definitely. I'm never using a figure from them in my series. And anything for Mesozoic Isle or Prehistoric Archipelago because I hate them. And I love Gibson's rant he went on the other day. I'm not going to repeat that, though, because he did perfectly yesterday. I think it was yesterday. What was it on? And Sideshow is just way too expensive. Jazzman, Thinkway. No. Why not Rebor? Because Rebor sucks. I hate Rebor. Oh, my gosh. Okay, please don't get me started on Rebor. Please don't get me started on Rebor. I'm going to go ranting for another 5 freaking minutes. Oh, God, he's asking why. Because they're a-holes. They're absolute a-holes. I hate them. I'm not getting mad at you. I get really fired up when I'm talking about Rebor. So, J212, not talking to you at all. You're an amazing human being. Rebor. They are terrible human beings to their customers. They hate their fans. They're just complete toddlers, and they don't know how to respond maturely to anything. If you tell them, hey, I really like the figure that you have, but maybe the color scheme, you could have done something better. Like, oh, shut the hell up. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. We have perfect paint jobs, and you should go kill yourself and go into a different company and just never buy our figures again. I don't want to see you ever again. I'm going to go meet you in person and go freaking have a street fight with you. I mean, seriously, they say those actual things. They actually say those things. I'm not exaggerating. They actually say that crap to their fans. They say that crap. I mean, I'm about to cuss. I hate them. And then their figures are just disgusting. People say that they're great quality. They're more expensive than Papo. They don't have as good a quality control or a detail as Papo. And then they're just, like, they're disgustingly inaccurate. They advertise their figures as educational. They are not educational. They're disgusting figures. Their first ever figure was a Eutyrannus that had almost no feathers on it. And then they call it Ankylosaurus War Pig. Let's talk about that. Just kidding. So Resource, I love how Gibson's just moving back on through that. Taka Toratami makes dinosaurs, right? I don't know, but nothing you've said yet. Resource, I used to have some of those figures, so I still have them somewhere. But yeah, Rebor sucks. Burn them. Rage, rage, rage. Yes, I actually kind of want to do a camo video where I just burn the Rebor Tyrannus, but I don't want to give them money for it. So if I did do that, I'd get it secondhand from some other idiot who has bought from Rebor, and I'd get it off of eBay and then just sell that one. Burn that one. Make a YouTube video of a controversy and then just stick up my middle finger to Rebor at the end of the video. I honestly would love to meet the director of Rebor and just spit in his face. I would really, or her face, just whoever they are. I know there are some females that are toddlers that yell at their fans on the social media stuff. Oh my God, I hate them. I hate them so much. Rebor, 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 Rebor. It's also the most appropriate name. We have some thematic colors on Dino Nation. We have Hollow Green, Violent Violet, and Reborange, which is the scariest color out of them all. Reborange. Chap May, no givey. I don't know what Chap May is. These are some really odd companies. Excuse me. That was a hell of a burp. I want Rebor to fix their ways, but I still will never buy their stuff because they even let this happen in the first place. And I just don't like their figures. I think their figures are ugly. I don't get why so many people like the Acro. That's the most disgusting thing to me. It's one of their worst figures, in my opinion. It just has these big, thick, old, ugly legs and then this tiny head. Like, how the hell does that thing look good? I don't get that. I'm yelling at you, Gibson, because you're stupid. And also David, if he's still here, because he's stupid. Because I don't get that. I'm just playing around with them, guys. I don't mean that. Animal Planet figs. That's another guess that hasn't been said before, but no. Saga, Dinocrats, Dino Store. I love how Gibson's just ignoring everything that's going on the planet right now. Like, his house just got, like, somebody just drove their car into his living room, and he just does not give a crap. He's just bloodthirsty. Yeah, should I just tell Gibson? He's so curious. Yeah, but then I'd have to tell everybody else, so I'm not going to do it. I'm sorry, Gibson. You're just going to have to wait. I have some. Well, you made a mistake, J212, but we all have made sins and done bad things in our life, and so there's always room to improve. I'm just kidding. I mean, you know, if you bought the figures, I don't understand why, because I personally think that they're ugly and they're overpriced, but, oh, you haven't bought Rebor? Well, if you have, then I can understand if you didn't know about this, because it seems like a lot of people don't know about Rebor, but I know about it, and that's all I need to know is that Rebor is a piece of crap. I only own one. Fiasco, you must eliminate the one sin of your entire life. Destroy it, please. I will pay you. I'm literally just hyper-focused on the Dino Toy Blog company list right now. Don't tell me. I will find out eventually. That's actually kind of scary. You might. If they have all... Dino Toy Blog is probably pretty thorough. You think it's going to be on there, Cesar? Probably will be. But even if he says it, I won't tell him immediately, but I might say that, you know, he said it at one point, because that would just be a total DICK move. But, you know, I have to make sure that he doesn't actually know what it is. I can let him keep on getting closer. I can reel him in, but I can't let him know until it's actually there. I'm going to ask a triggering question. Favorite Rebor fig? The intent is to trigger, so I'm just going to take your question at face value. I mean, I don't like any of them, but I guess I like you, Tyrannus. That's that. I mean, their Ankylosaurus doesn't look the most terrible, but it disgusts me because of the name they slapped onto it, and it's still an Eoplocephalus, not an Ankylosaurus. It's really tough. It's really tough. I'd say, oh, their baby Utah Raptor. That's somewhat cute. The baby Utah Raptor is somewhat cute. Kabaya. Kenner / Hasbro / Mattel or Mattel. It's Mattel, dude. Anything JP / Jurassic World. I guarantee you it's not a Jurassic World figure. That's one thing I'll tell you. It's not anything from the Jurassic Park franchise. That's not happening because too many action figure things, too many seams. They're just ugly. You know, those things are not pretty to put on screen. All the seams and stuff. Boo Boo Gubby. Yes, at TS Puppies. Any other questions you guys have? We're losing viewers as the minutes dwindle by, and also I have some work I have to get to. So, any last questions you guys have? Because you guys did want me to stream, so anything else you guys want to do or ask before I go? I found their Insta. Rebor are throwing out a featherless Saurian Rex. That's fun. Me. Wait, is it actually Collecta, but technically it's Procon? No. I didn't even think of that. That's not even something I was thinking of. No. It's not Collecta. Here's one thing. I won't tell you if you guess the species, like the company immediately, but here's one thing I will tell you. It is not one of the big four companies. It's not an extension of any of the big four companies. It's none of the major companies. It's not a major company. I promise you that. I promise you it's not a major company, but I'm going to be honest with you. If you say it immediately, I'm not going to tell you. But if you ask me, have we said it yet? Like, has the name of the company said? Then I would tell you, yes, it has, or no, it hasn't, because it's a big enough pool that I'm confident you guys wouldn't narrow in on it fast enough. And just to spare anybody who might be saying it right now, no, it has not been said yet. It still has not been said. Want to call after? Sure, I'll talk to you while I'm working. That's fine with me. I will even know what it is when I hear it. Will I even know what it is when I hear it? Like the company name? That's actually a really good question. Maybe. I think it's like 50-50 for me right now. I feel like you might, but you might not. I'm not really leaning towards one end or the other. It's obscure enough for me to consider that you might not. But it's also popular enough for me to consider that you would. So it's just 50-50 for me. When's the stream over? In a couple minutes. Once all the questions stop running. This is more on the Croc side. What did you do, Fiasco? You mean Croc like body type thing? Like body? I'm using a more accurate skeletal. This is the old one. Yeah, okay, gotcha. I still personally think the legs are too short. We still have zero evidence suggesting the Spinosaurus had short legs, so personally I would reconstruct it with the tallest legs, like the one on the Carnegie one, because everything that we had that was considering, it's more of a speculation, so I guess it's okay if you do that, like a short-legged bipedal, as speculative, but I still, personally, I prefer longer-legged Spinosaurus, but I'm okay with the bipedal ones. Like the Schleich one looks amazing, except the tail. I don't like the tail. Would you rather get rid of Rebor or Kiki, do you love me? Rebor. I'm kind of getting rebored of talking about Rebor. Inpro, Mycoterra. Yeah, Caesar's answering your questions at this point, Gibson, so I'm not even going to answer anymore. Let me look through to see if you actually got it recently. Do any of the big Dinotubers have the base figure? Big ones? No. None of the big ones. If I were to consider that one has it and I just don't know about it somehow, it'd be Matthew, because, you know, everybody would guess Matthew, but I don't think Matthew has it. I'm really confident that Matthew doesn't have it. I'm about to go to bed. The Acro is worse than the Papo one. I think you can see it. PNSO has already been guessed, my dude. PNSO is one of the bigger companies in my opinion. I love PNSO actually. PNSO is growing to be one of my favorite companies because I really love their minis and I love their big models. The next big model, I want to get a shelf over there that's the same size as this one, and that'll be my my masterpiece collection. where I'll just show off all the things that are like my masterpieces, like the Monster Commanderus Rex, my Vitae Giga, my brand new mint condition Carnegie Rex from '98, and my '99 Triceratops that are both brand new. I want to put those over there. I also want to put my Elec up there, my Indoraptor, because it just fits there. But I want to get the PNSO Triceratops. They're brand new. PNSO Triceratops is 1/35th scale. I really want to get that. That thing looks gorgeous. Also, I want to get their Basilosaurus. Their Basilosaurus looks pretty cool. I love Basilosaurus. It's my favorite Cenozoic animal. And y'all got some options. I like that, Fiasco. The spine is hella good. Thanks. Send me the intro. I'm about to go to bed. Okay, I'll send you the intro. But J212, you promise you won't share it with anybody, right? I'll send you the new version. The second version of it. Okay, you promise. Good boy. File's too powerful. Crap. Okay, I'm gonna send you the old version. I changed it. I'll text you and tell you what I changed about it. In the new version, I made a second version of it. But I'm gonna send you the link to the one that's uploaded unlisted on YouTube. This is the old version. Okay. There you go. Enjoy, my dude. What's these notifications I have? Spiner Dude reviews. Someone liked my comment on that. Cool. What's going on here? Yeah, without spoiling anything, you can tell me what, or I mean, you can say stuff in here, but just constructive feedback would be awesome. Besides the one thing I told you that I already fixed. You got options, barnacle, spine, love you, same as my episodes. Okay. I'm not sharing anything. You already know I'm not because I already watched a bunch. Sinclair Fertura. What the hell? I don't even think you know what these companies are, dude. Those are some weird companies. I don't even know what I'm guessing anymore. Yes, okay, so you don't. Is it the type of company that for some really unique reason I just wouldn't think of because I feel I should have hit it by now? Oh, because you feel like you should have hit it by now. I do think, yeah, there is a unique reason why I don't think that you would guess it. Yeah. That you hit that on the nail, I would say. Would you rather get rid of Rebor or Kikizilla101? You already asked that. I said I'd rather get rid of Rebor. Why'd you ask again, Ty? Beautiful piece, Fiasco. The only thing I would do is put the arms a little lower. Yeah, maybe the position of the arms could be helped out a little bit. Other than that, I love it. It's just fantastic. I like the little spikes you added to the end of the sail. That kind of looks cool. The head looks phenomenal. The hand looks a little weird to me, just a little bit. 9, just lengthen the legs. Yeah, I would say lengthen the legs. Oh, yeah, and the shoulder attachment point. What's up with the shoulder attachment point? The shoulder attachment point does look a little odd. But it looks fantastic, Fiasco. Fan-frickin' flabby. Fantastic. Are you done? I watched both. Oh, you watched both intros? Like the first one as well? Don't say anything about either of them. So you watched the Prehistoric Archipelago and the Mesozoic Island one. They're in that playlist. Oh, Kiki, constructive criticism on my fan art. Oh, your fan art. Let me go look at it again. New subscriber. Wolf Demon, where you been? Subscribe to your channel. Cool, cool, cool. Awesome. Let's go to Mesozoic Isle. Actually, I'm going to look at refrigerated apples. There you are. Here it is, fan art. I really like the art style. The art style is great. Maybe some more detailed trees would be nice. Maybe some more depth to the water. But actually, you did a really great job with all the aquatic stuff there. It looks really... You actually do have some depth to it, which really looks nice. I think it's because you added so many rocks and stuff. Maybe pulling up... Don't feel afraid to use references. Pull up pictures of nature, you know, trees, rocks, stuff like that. Just do that. The sailfish, it should have a red sail and red tips of its fins. So that's one thing you got inaccurate. But really love how it's highlighted. I kind of like how it's the only thing highlighted. I like how you kind of focused in on that. That's nice. You spelled the secret majesty wrong on your comment. That's one thing, but I don't think you can edit your comments. And in general, the para looks a little chubby or a little cartoonish in style, but yet again, that, you know, that's fine. I would say that the para shouldn't have a web thing from its crest, because that's not accurate, but the figure that you're depicting there does actually have that. So other than that, I just love it. I love the art style and everything with that. Kiki, you want to show them your card I sent you? Oh, yeah, I'll show them that. Do I want to show them, though? Because what about the other thing that's on there? I don't want to show them the other thing that's on there. I don't want them to see that yet. I'll just slowly show them the first thing here. There's Caesar's fan art of Blue that he sent me. And there's another picture at the bottom I'm desperately trying to avoid showing you guys. Come on. There we go. There it is. Check that out, guys. An amazingly beautiful fan art of Blue. It's beautiful. I love it. I love Blue. He's awesome. There you go. So avoid showing the bottom thing. Oh. That right there. Cover it. The foot and the face is scared the he. The foot and the faces. What are you talking about? Foot scared me. I actually made them longer than Franoy's version. Yeah, I bet you did, but he's just saying, you know. Because I made the legs 5% longer. The arms are slightly lower. Yeah, I like it. Don't get me wrong, I like it. I just personally prefer a longer-legged Spinosaurus. Small adjustments. Yeah, that's always gooch, my dude. That's gooch. It looks way better on stream than an Insta Godzilla fan. Yeah, it looks great in person. It looks fantastic. I love his line art. He just does amazing art. You should use Thomas and Friends music and MI. That's a fantastic suggestion that I will definitely follow through with. Just kidding. Dino Man's here. Oh, yeah, Dino Man, you haven't been here the whole stream. Boy! Actually, yes, he has. Yeah, he was here. He left. I don't know when, though. Wow, that's a great Spino outline fiasco. Dinosaurs, Dinosaur Survival, Magic Kinder, Geo World, Maryland Southland replicas. Nope. I left after Grandpa being cool. Oh, gotcha. That's what I thought you left, yeah. So my grandpa was too cool, and then you got triggered and you left because I didn't say you were the coolest? Is that what is going on? Well, David isn't here. So I'll openly say, Dino Man, you're definitely my second favorite person to talk about paleo stuff with, because you're like me in so many freaking ways. You and I are so similar. Remember that one time where you and I were talking about the problem with the mastodon fur on the safari mastodon, how it looks like it's in straight rows, and David was just blind because he doesn't see detail very well or whatever. And I was like, tell him about it, and you're like, yeah, I see that patches. He's like, what? Did you pay him to say that? And I'm like, no, he's smart. And I get annoyed with David sometimes because he doesn't notice things that I do. I mean, he's not stupid. He's a little slower to things, or doesn't believe me, or doesn't see the same thing. So I get annoyed and triggered with him. Except when you talk with Eric, you can't even hear yourself think. That's on streams. Eric is really fun to talk to. And just especially when it's one-on-one. We need to talk again soon, Eric. I love talking to you. You're awesome. Eric is awesome. He does talk pretty loud, but he is the coolest guy. Dino Man is the coolest. The coolest. My only problem with Gibson is he doesn't talk to me enough. I wish I could talk to him more. But Gibson is an elusive little snack that is hidden in the pantry, but you must save it for Halloween and not eat it quite yet because it doesn't want to be eaten. But I want to eat it. Golden Dino Man is swagger. Oh yes, your freaking pictures. I want to put that as my Dino Nation picture. That cool like gem one you did for the Kikizilla logo. That's definitely gonna be my next profile picture on Dino Nation after Halloween passes. I feel hurt, XD. I do love talking to you, C-Star. The reason I put Dino Man and my grandpa above you is because you don't really do any research on your own. I love talking to you and educating you about stuff because you're super fun to talk to, but they have more to add, and we can like debate, rebuttal off each other, and kind of infer things or even come up with our own theories. And you don't have quite as much knowledge as them, so it's just a little bit more fun to talk to them, if you know what I mean. Like they add more to the conversation. I still enjoy talking to you so much. I mean, you're the number one person I love talking to about Godzilla stuff. Second place would be Chris Cooper's, or aka Doji Fan 93, then Cameron. Phoenix, I saw you. Oh, he ran away. He got all angry with the edge of the thing. Boy, what you doing? What do you think you're doing? Eating my freaking tank? Your tank? You just want to get out of that water. You're going to flop all over the floor and die, dude. Bruh. Don't you look at me like that. You monster. Give me some attention. I want attention. Give me attention. I am desperate for attention. Oh, he's going away. Whatever. You're stupid. I'm gonna jump in your fish tank now. Okay, I'm done with searching for this company. I feel like I've failed, and yet I know the search has only begun. Yeah, and now that you've stopped, I can say that you did not find it. In all of your guesses, you did not find it. You did not find the company. Am I a good person to talk to? Yes, you absolutely are. I love talking to you, Ty. We just don't get into too many discussions, but you don't argue with me too much with stuff because you and I tend to have very similar beliefs whenever we get into debates on Dino Nation. So out of that, then yes, I absolutely love talking to you. J212 Films, did you unsubscribe and then resubscribe? What you doing, bruh? Did you not ever subscribe to me? I know you were subscribed to me, but what the heck happened? Thanks, Raw. You are too nice. You are too nice. I want to start reading more papers on dinosaurs. Yeah, I should read even more papers than I already do. I read more papers. Most of the papers that I've read were all before I started DinoTube, and I was just like basically doing nothing because I just read a bunch of papers. But I haven't been. I have to be honest. I haven't read too many papers recently because I just don't have any time to. Do I just piss you off too much? No, you don't piss me off, Fiasco. I goof around. I tease you with that. Sometimes we have differing things, or sometimes you have misinformed information. But I like it when you, or at least sometime before, we used to have some arguments about Spinosaurus, and you'd be pretty Spinosaurus fanboy-y, but you don't do that anymore. So, and you've never pissed me off, no. Let's see what Merriam-Webster has to say about the definition of Scelidosaurus. Sorry about that. When I was watching, I slammed my laptop on a seizure and accidentally unsubbed. They gave you a seizure? It was really that good, huh? Well, that's good. I hope it's going to be exciting because it needs to be exciting for the actual show. I'm really happy with it, especially the second version. Second version I like better than the first. Kiki, do you like Crow? Let's see where this goes. I don't dislike Crow. I disrespect him. I don't have any respect for him as a person. He just doesn't make very intelligent decisions at all. But I don't dislike him. We got along for a while until he just started breaking rules for no reason. And I warned him that I was going to have to ban him, and bans are permanent, and he did it anyways. I hear that he calls me a very offensive homosexual term constantly. But that's typical. He's very childish, not very mature person. But I do not dislike him. We don't get along. I don't take his crap. That's just the kind of thing that goes. That's the key. When people are being, you know, that, you just don't give them any leverage, and you deal with it, like, appropriately. Damn, boy. Nice casual roast of Crow. Damn. Well, yeah. I agree with you, Kiki. I don't dislike him. I don't. I get it, and he probably has, you know, when people do stuff like that, they typically have some kind of problem going on. I'm being serious. Like, in their life, maybe they're depressed, they're getting bullied a lot or something, and that's not right. I would definitely want to talk to him and help him out with that, but I don't think he'd be open to it. I don't think he'd be the kind of person that would be able to logically hear me out. Because I've gone through depression. I've had tough parts of my life, and I've done similar things that he's done before when I was younger. And I don't agree with what I did, you know, just being a childish a-hole. But I don't think he would listen to me. And honestly, whenever you have a problem, it's an internal problem that you have to fix. No one is going to fix your problems for you. You have to fix them for yourself. That's something I learned the hard way. And I am a depression survivor. And I mean depression. I was considering suicide. So I had some pretty bad depression. I must rise up. He has called me a N-word. That is just, yeah. He's a low life right now. That's just, he can stoop pretty low. That's low. That's disgusting. You should never do that. I mean, it's just treat everybody equal. It just disgusts me. I know all forms of Kiki. Yes, you do. Can I be mod? Yeah, you can be mod. I don't know why you're not mod. Boom. And you gave him way too many chances. Yeah, I really did give him way too many chances because I didn't mind him as a person, and he and I were getting along, and I really didn't want to ban him because I knew that he liked being there, and I knew that he was having some kind of issue or whatever, but, you know, he made the mistake. So I have to treat everybody fairly, and I'm glad Camo stopped doing what he was doing yesterday because I really wouldn't have liked to have to ban him, but I have to treat everybody equally. But he was kind of being a dumbass yesterday. I'm serious, Kiki. The music in Thomas and Friends is really good. I'm not joking. Okay, but yeah, it's the wrong genre. I'm just not doing it. The golden rule right here, Kiki. Treat others how you want to be treated. Yeah, treat others how you want to be treated. Exactly. That's a really good rule. I have anxiety and I feel sad and worthless sometimes, but I'm working on it. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I really could have like a whole discussion about just depression and whatnot, but we've already talked enough, and it would take a long time. Ugh. Yeah, so any last questions? I'm going to end it here in like 2 minutes, or less than 2 minutes, just so we can end it on a roundish number, I guess. Is reality real? Well, I'm guessing since it's called reality, then yeah, it probably is. Just a hunch. Just a hunch. Fish! Freaking out. Freak out. Freak out. Or is the universe a hologram? All of the above. It's a simulation. I have had bad depression before. Yeah. Or I've had depression before. Yeah, depression is not fun. I still get depressed every once in a while, but it's like minor depression. Just on like tiny things, or just I like have a bad day. Like yesterday, I didn't have a very good day. Yesterday was a pretty bad day, and then the whole camo thing happened, and then the only thing that made up for that day was really just Alec. I found Alec yesterday. When will you announce that project, Kiki? I'm assuming the project that the project that you and I were talking about recently. I'm thinking that's what the one you're talking about. I was thinking about announcing that when that one thing ends. Or near the end of that one thing. The big main thing. You know what I'm talking about. Good day. Oh, Camo. What happened with Camo? He was doing some kind of rally. I got put into a group call with Fiasco, Jake Nightmares, some stupid sketch show guy, Camo, Crow, maybe somebody else, but it was that part of DinoTube. We're like there's only a few people that I really talk to or have any respect for. You guys already know who they are, and they're in the chat for the most part. But yeah, he was talking to them. So I'm guessing that had something to do with the fact that he started this like rally thing on this Dino Nation, and he started like bullying Fiasco, removing all his roles and stuff, and that just wasn't cool. And I told him to stop. He said he would stop, and then he didn't. But he did unban Crow, which was a bad thing. But then he invited him back just so he could ban him again. So he made up for that. But yeah, that's what he was doing. I don't know why. I mean, like, I have my hunch why, like, it was instigated, but I don't know what made him actually want to do that. If he continued doing that to Fiasco, one of our moderators, then I would have had to ban him. I'm back. I just had to whip a quick spooky picture. Expect avatar change coming soon. Ooh, that sounds hot and spicy. Okay, so I have a long story. Well, how about you tell me all about it tomorrow, I guess. Maybe we could get into a call with Camo tomorrow. We could talk about it. Something, I don't know. Just, you could type it to me. I don't care. Just not on the stream. I like long stories. Okay, well, Dino Man likes long stories. Maybe if you could get into a call with Dino Man and I. Maybe here, if Dino Man, you, and Cesar all want to jump into a call on Discord right after this while I'm working on my video, then we can talk. I'm going to end the stream. I'm just going to end at 3 hours since I already went over the time I want. I was gone. My mom made me do homework. I had 2 long stories. Oh, yeah. Okay, so Dino Man's down. I think Cesar's down. Are you down, Fiasco, for a chat? Yeah, you can join in as well. I just figured you wouldn't want to, so yeah, you can join in. Okay. I'll just set up the group right now then. Add friends to DM, Bionicle, Dino Man, Godzilla Fan 40. I think that's it. There we go. So now it's ready. Can I join? Yeah, sure, you can join in. Ty, why the hell not? Been wanting to voice chat with you. Let's try to not add too many people in here though, so it doesn't get cluttered. Where the heck is Ty? There are friends on here. Yeah, there you are. It was just your profile picture. I didn't recognize it. There you go. Now you're in. Okay, that's it. No more peoples. Am drowning, boys, but am shirtless as always. We are just having a party, are we? Yeah. I'm going to have to edit, so I won't be as usual, but, you know, I'll probably get distracted and talk anyways. Damn you, Aiden. Damn you. Damn you, Billy Goat. Damn you. You can get cycled in next time, Billy. Just get in line. What happened to Mesozoic Mordor's 4th of July? It's still coming out. Don't worry about it. That's actually what I'm editing while I'm talking to these guys. I finally got all my lines from Camo and stuff. So, yep. So we're about to hit 3 hours. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to end the stream, go take a leak, and then get into a call with these numbnuts. Well, numbnuts and numb girl. But yeah, so I'm gonna go do that. But I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. You guys literally just asked me to stream on Dino Nation, and this is the power you guys have. So if any of you guys aren't on Dino Nation, get your booty on Dino Nation. Okay, it's fun time. Everybody enjoys it except Crow because he's banned, but you know other people too. But you know, get your butt on there, enjoy the heck out of it, and we're all gonna have some fun and some stuff. So I'm all right. I love you guys. I'm gonna go pee into a Sam Squatch hole. So all right, bye bye.